Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. We are in the final 30 minutes before Gateshead come out to play their final league game of the season that has seen them crowned champions of the National League North. The trophy will be presented after full time. It's a carnival atmosphere. The Tyne stand is full, complete sellout. The south stand is filling up, as is the east stand. It's going to be a fantastic occasion. My name's David Gaddis. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you here this afternoon. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers, and just before I let him speak, I want to say a big thank you to Mark. I said it on social media, but we've had a fantastic season, Mark, and I was just saying 18 months ago, maybe a little bit more, we were in here in an empty ground. Hard to envision the club finishing a season, let alone getting an occasion like this.
Yeah, I don't think anyone involved enjoyed those games. I know we certainly didn't, as much as it was a privilege and an honour to be in here and deliver those streams to supporters at home. It wasn't football, really. It was so sanitised in every sense of the word. And you look at what you've got today. That far stand starting to fill up now, and you can hear the noise behind us and big crowds outside, big queues of people to get in. Just been an amazing season, far beyond what many of us expected. Not those that put £10 bets on at 20-1, of course.
Yeah.
But enough of that, in case my missus is listening. But it's been a wonderful season, the culmination of hard work, of dedication, of commitment from everyone involved with the football club. And let's just have a good party today, no matter what happens on the pitch.
Without a doubt. Just got to put up a couple of pictures here. This was what it was like at 1:30. I know the queues are still like this. This was outside Gateshead Stadium. There, queues of people streaming to get in. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
And that goes around the corner as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's a big one there. Also as well, we've got a picture here, a friend of the podcast, big Gateshead fan for many years, Davy Steele. This was him leaving the Isle of May this morning to get down here to the game. So fantastic stuff. He's I think he's just arrived.
Hope he kept hold of his flag.
I hope he did. His scarf. He's out there on the water. And also as well, just while we are on about photos, this was the away end. I had hoped to get this up when we were on Monday afternoon, but that was the away following there, and that has been eclipsed here today. And what a celebration it's going to be. And Mark, we're talking celebrations. War flags have come along today to add to the celebrations. Of course, they have a lot of black and white checky flags that they use at St James's Park. They've come along to help support Gateshead today, because obviously Gateshead wearing black and white checky shirts. It's just going to add that little bit more to the occasion. Not that it needed it.
No, it's just a nice little touch, isn't it? As there's a lot of things said about Newcastle United and Gateshead and the impact of Newcastle on Gateshead as a football club and all that sort of rubbish. But you look at the connections in this Gateshead squad: the Owen Baileys, the Adam Campbells, of course, Mike Williamson, Louis Story, Alex Nicholson, Jack Hunter. There's more. Kedwin Scott had a trial over there.
Kieran Alpin. There's so many.
Yeah. There's so many. Dan Ward as well. I'm just trying to look around who's on the pitch at the moment. There are so many that have come to Gateshead after having spells at Newcastle, either direct or early in their careers. And the clubs will always be linked, and hopefully this is just the start of something that can help Gateshead kick on to another level with the support of Newcastle United and supporters. A wonderful gesture from War Flags. What we should say, I think there seems to have been a bit of a belief that it's War Flags coming along to do the display. It's Gateshead have asked if they can use the flags and allow the Gateshead Soul group, and
I believe it's under 16s teams.
Yeah.
16s. There's lots of players and people involved around the club, volunteers that are getting involved here today. If anyone could just let us know what the sound is like today. We've been asked a couple of times to get Mark's mic up. We've endeavoured to do it, but although me and Mark are having a little bit of trouble for earphones there. But if you can let us know how we're sounding, if it's too loud, or we can make adjustments before we go into it. Liv Walden has sent us a message. It's fantastic. And now we've got one all the way from Portugal. Cow Daly, thanks for your efforts this season, lads. Really enjoyed the coverage. Well, thank you for listening. That is the main thing, to say that you are all doing it and joining in with us. And Craig Hill, very proud of the players, staff, etc. Everybody connected with the club, well done. The sound's fine. That's great to hear. Sounds perfect. Well, there we are. We're all set. Right, we've got a few interviews. We did play them out on the Heat Army podcast on Thursday, but we did come down to the press conference on Thursday afternoon, and we did manage to get a word with the club captain, Greg Ollie, and this is what he had to say at the Heat Army podcast.
Greg, thank you very much for joining us. An unbelievable season, but on a personal note, you got me a captain before the season started. You must have been immensely proud of that, but as fans, I think we all noticed it put a little bit of extra something in your game.
Yeah, me and Mike had a little chat this morning about how it's all went and like an overall summary, and I think the captaincy was probably not something I saw myself doing when I was younger. I could never have seen myself as a captain of like an under-23 side, never mind the captain of a football club as such. So when I took it on, I was obviously very privileged that they'd asked me to do it. When it comes to football, it's kind of a bit of a bigger something else on your shoulders, but I've kind of, I wouldn't say I've thrived under it, but I have enjoyed every minute of looking after the lads and obviously trying to gain as much respect from them at the start, knowing that I'm their link between themselves and the management staff as well. And just obviously walking out every match at the front of that queue is it's a nice feeling.
And also as well, on top of that, I mean the goal scorers always take the plaudits, but is it 28?
I think it's 20. Not counting, but I think it's 28.
28 assists. I mean, that's phenomenal, no matter what level that is. And to be doing that as well, and we've seen some defensive duties as well on Monday with some big tackles during the game. You must be very pleased on a personal level to have that in your back pocket as well as a title-winning season.
Yeah, I think it's probably my best season ever, to be quite honest. After the first year at Gateshead, I think definitely my best season so far. But I think I've learnt the most this year. Just being in the midfield, I think Mike's brought a lot into my game, defensively, obviously attacking wise. I'm playing a bit of a different system than we have the last couple of years, but it's just allowed for some like real entertaining and attacking football, and obviously it helps when I'm passing it to Maka, Ked, Ads and Blackie. It just kind of helps, and I always say I've never had one good assist. They've all scored some very good goals off them, not just off my doing. So, but no, I've enjoyed. This probably been my favourite season so far. Obviously, winning the title was just a cherry on top.
You've chipped in with a couple of goals as well. What's been your favourite goal this season?
Oh, my favourite goal. I think the most important one was the Alfred and maybe the Darlington one. So I think I'll go for Alfred.
Yeah,
at home.
It's not a bad one, was it?
No.
Well, enjoy the celebrations on Saturday. It'll be a real fantastic occasion, and hopefully we can get another 3 goals and get us to that 100 goal tally. It'll be fantastic to have on the history books, wouldn't it?
Hopefully.
And cheers, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Well, that was Greg Ollie when he was speaking to us on Thursday. Say the captain will be out there leading by example once again this afternoon. Let us know where you're listening from in the world as well. Fully interactive, as you can see. We've had lots of messages come in so far. What's the attendance? Well, at the moment, Tyneway stands full. We believe there's 1,000 being sold on the far side, so that's nearly 3,000. To our right-hand side is the Hereford fans coming in there, still trickling in. So hopefully a good 4,000, 4,500 would be a good attendance here to see Gateshead crowned champions here at the Gateshead International Stadium. We've got a message here from Barry Lee. My dad passed away in 2019. He was a lifelong Gateshead fan. He had done a minute applause for him against Brackley. He would have been there. Well, send our condolences, and hopefully he's looking down and very proud of what this team has achieved in a club as well. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. So thank you, Barry, for sending your message. Emily Focus has sent it in. Sounds good. You're sitting together and it sounds like it. Well, we are. Mark often wishes he wasn't. I'm good I'm not there, but I'll see the game in highlights. And we've got another message here. We've got one there. Super Captain Greg Ollie. Well, we've got a couple more clips to play out. We've got a little bit of footage as well from the atmosphere down there on Monday. So if you're just joining us and maybe you're down there, maybe you can spot yourself in this if you're not able to be here today. But this was some footage we got sent in from Anne Skirfield from down at the celebrations on Monday. Oh, we are back here. That was footage from Anne Skirfield. Fantastic day down Monday. Oh, having a little bit of electrical problems there. I've got the shout out to the teams, amazing fans, and super captain Greg Ollie there. Right, so we are fully live and fully interactive, and the 4 flags are coming out now. Getting a display in front of us here, in front of the Tyne & Wear stand. The atmosphere is building, as you can probably hear from us behind on the clothesline. But we will give you the teams right now, and we'll give them a game before we start. It is Philip Marshall in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Jack Hunter, Lewis Story, Taylor Charters, Owen Bailey, Greg Ollie, Dan Ward, Danny Greenfield returns to the club after his loan at Matlock and Start, Macaulay Langstaff and Kedwin Scott. And on the bench is Alex Nicholson, Paul Blackett, Connor Panny, Ryan Womble and Connor Malley. And we're just having a little bit of glitch with the microphones there. For Hereford, don't know what's going on there. I hope that's not coming over with yourselves. Sorry about that, just slight technical issue. I think it's your phone's next to the microphone, Mark. That's where next to it. That might be it. Is that it? No, that doesn't seem to be it. We'll get there. There we go. We just moved some phones from interference. Apologies about that, everybody. Anders Sondergaard is in goal for Hereford. Jared Hodgkins, number 2. Luke Haynes, Jim Egan, Ryan McClenn, Tom Owen Evans, Miles Story, Ryan Lloyd, Ben Pollock, Seb Reven and Harry Pritchard. On the bench is Brandon Hall, Keenan Patton, Jan Koloski, Park Saul Need and Owen Bennett. That is the team there. We'll go through them again when we get closer to kick-off. But the flags are coming out, the big ones are coming out now, and it's starting to ramp up here in the Tyne & Wear stand. We also got an interview on Thursday afternoon with Gateshead FC ladies manager Simon Johnson, who's out there warming with the goalkeepers now, with coach as well, helps out with the first team and the under-19s. And this is what he had to say, because the under-19s have won the league, so have Gateshead, the first team, and there is a chance that the ladies could win the league as well. So could we have a hat-trick of leagues this year in Gateshead colours?
Well, Simon, fantastic week for the club. A little bit of pressure on you to deliver now. It would be nice to get the hat-trick of league titles.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, I think we're in a good position. The club itself it's been so successful, but it's not just happened by magic. You know, it's been an accumulation of the hard work from everybody. I've been fortunate to be involved in the first team and a little bit with the 19s and now hopefully the ladies. You know, to be fair, whatever happens, and it's been a successful season. You know, it's only the second season they have ran. But we're in a good position in terms of 3 points behind top in a game in hand, and we go into Sunday's game against Darlow, who are just behind us, in a game where we need to win, need to get points on the board. But you know, the last 2 games has shown the confidence and the hard work that we've done. You know, scoring 18 goals has been outstanding.
Yeah, and how many games have you got remaining now? Is it?
5 games. Within those 5 games, we've still got to play Hartlepool, who are top. and Darlow, who are below us now, I think 6 points below us. So 2 tough games in terms of that, but then we've also got other tough games. Townlaw still to play, Rutherford, who beat us the other week, which was a tough game, but it was good to see the players react from a negative in terms of getting beat 6-3 to then put in 2 positive performances and bounce back. So obviously still on to win the league, a little bit of pressure I'd say, but to be fair, I think it's a credit to the club, backing not just the ladies and the first team but the 19s as well, and hopefully 3 league titles sounds good, doesn't it?
It does, it really does. And we'll definitely have you on the podcast in the build-up, because you'll be the only football that's left shortly.
Yeah.
So we'll have full attention on the ladies. But you mentioned earlier this week the 19s, yesterday's recording completed the double, the under 19s, which was absolutely just amazing, fantastic work. You work with Ben a lot. You must be made up for him.
Yeah, I see firsthand the hard work he puts in, not just with the 19s, but juggling the community work as well. Something that people probably forget, and the sacrifices he's got to make, but also the players, because sometimes they've got to train a little bit later and they've got to train early and stuff. And it's great to see kind of what Clarkey does is essentially trying to copy what the first team do. He puts his own little spin on it, and the lads have took it on board. And yesterday's performance, 2-0 down, coming back to win 3-2, it's just stuff that. It's the hard work and all that come to fruition, and I'm over the moon for Clarkey. Obviously he was down there on Monday and he was buzzing, and he's been involved in the club.
I was lucky enough to still be in the ground when we were packing up after the game, and when it went quiet, there was a lot of people just with teary eyes just nodding at each other, because there was a lot of things achieved there on Monday. There's been a lot of hard work.
Oh, definitely, and I think obviously the issues we've had a couple of years and kind of righting wrongs and stuff like that, but I think it's just off the pitch, and the hard work that goes on behind the scenes is what's kind of helping as well as on the pitch, and when you've got a first team bouncing, the 19s want to kick on and try and get in that first team, and obviously you've got the academy, and then obviously with the girls trying to follow in their success, and it's a great place to be. Obviously this week's been unbelievable so far, and that's all going to come to a head on Saturday, which will be a great occasion for the club, a great occasion for the coaching staff and the players and all that, but also the staff in terms of the backroom staff, the board, Neil and Bernard and all the hard work they've put in and that. So it's a day that everybody will enjoy, and I'm looking forward to it.
I know, and also as well, we've seen last night the advertisement, or the announcement, should I say, that War Flags are going to be coming over lending support. The atmosphere was going to be top notch already, but now it's just been took to another level, and add the presentation of the trophy into that, it's what an afternoon.
Honestly, it's going to be a special occasion, and one, hopefully it's not just a one-off, hopefully, we're kind of laying the foundations for it to happen more regularly, and, we're kicking on a league next year, there'll be a new group of 19s wanting to emulate what's happened there and that, and at the minute it's just a special club to be at, and want to be a pleasure to play a small role in, to be totally honest, and I'm just relishing the next few days.
That's great. Thank you very much, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Cheers.
His second ever game at the GIS after losing other Victoria games.
Wow, we just missed a beautiful moment on the pitch there. The under-19s came out and lifted the trophy and got a fantastic reception from the Tyne Weir and East Stand here. The flags are out all waving. The atmosphere is building even more as the players go down the tunnel for the last instructions and to get their strips on for one last time this season to come back out onto the pitch as National League North champions. Yes, that is what we're seeing. We've had nearly a week to digest it, and it still feels absolutely amazing, Mark. We'll say we had a little bit more time to reflect after the game when you were getting a few interviews at Victory Park, and we had a little bit of a magic moment listening to the players celebrate in an empty ground in the changing room. It was just lovely scenes.
It was, and it was scenes that have been hard-earned through, buying into what the management team and what the club want. It would have been easy, I think it's probably safe to say, for players to go elsewhere and go where they may earn more money, and where, clubs that may be seen as bigger than this one. But look at everything they've created through staying here and by being at this club, and looking at, the crowd that is here today, the flags that are here, the trophy celebrations at the end. This has been a big effort from everyone involved at Gateshead Football Club, from the chairman right down to the kit men. to the volunteers, to the supporters. And, this is why it was worth saving. This is why it was worth those hard times of, the stress that went on. I'm not going to go on about it too much, but it's true. It was all for this and for days like this.
It's absolutely amazing here where it's Cole Langstaff was the last man to come off the pitch. We're just having an amazing time here. And we have given him a shout out. Yeah, we've had him on talking about it. Yeah, so it's Tony Carter there just come over. It's just a lovely scenes here. Just next to our right hand side here, the corporate area is filling up as well. Double layered today as well. It was in the cafe. It was that big. That many people wanted to be part of the celebration today. And a big thank you to every one of those companies that have got involved, whether it was people personal getting involved in sponsorship or their companies, because they've got repaid today. We look around this pitch, Mark, and years gone by, you're scarcely seen an advertising board. Now we can look right around this pitch. There's new companies, there's old companies, and they're all getting their moment in the sun today as well.
Again, making us talk about it again, but you look at the frayed relationships between the club and the local community in terms of local business community, not just the local community in and around the International Stadium in Gateshead as a town, but those relationships have been healed. They've been, if anything, improved, I think. And it's just it's a proper football club again. It's a club it should have been. It's a club it always should have been. It's a club that I think we're just seeing a sign of the potential that is here.
Yeah.
Realising you're not naive enough to suggest that every single person in here is a Gateshead fan through and through. We know there are people from around the region that have come and supported because of the title win. But Gateshead put on a show today on and off the pitch. If 10% of the additional in here start coming next season, the crowds go up and everything is positive.
Well, we've talked about all season, organic growth. The crowds have went up organically throughout the season. Yes, the football helps, but the matchday atmosphere and the all-round perception of the club has built massively. And I don't know if they'll ever use any of this on the highlights, but in front of the stand here, the flags, it's all young children in Gateshead strips. It's a beautiful sight, and it's just amazing. This crowd is G'd up, and the roar when the lads come out here in the black and white shirts is going to be absolutely amazing. It's just going to be something else, and they've worked hard for it. We've said it all season. The football that's been played here, Mark, by Mike Williamson and his men, if it was in the Premier League, it'd be talked about every week. It's getting its plaudits now, and hopefully they can go out with a bang and put on a display on for some of these new people that are here today.
Not only is it getting its plaudits, it's also getting its rewards.
It certainly is.
We shouldn't forget that. It would have been easy to move away from that style of play that is traditionally non-league, or what many may see stereotypical non-league. It's above that, I think, in terms of the way they play. But
well, we've got a friend of ours who we're going to give a little plug. We do a podcast called Hotbed with Gavin Webster. It's his podcast where guests on it and help them with it, about the history of North East football right through the ages from 1890 onwards. It's on the Felt Now network. So if you want to have a little follow that, have a little search for Felt Now and Hotbed podcast on Facebook. But Gav, have a great day, everyone. Sorry I can't be there. Onwards and upwards. Can't wait for next season. And we send our love to Gav. He enjoyed his day on Monday, as we all did. And I think they are the junior heat, Emily Parker says. They are the junior heat, but it's looking amazing. And we're just waiting for the players to come out. The under-19s are coming into the stands here to soak up the atmosphere now.
That's what we're waiting for the champions.
Yes, we are waiting for the champions. And big thank you to everyone. Remember, share the stream as well. Reach out to everybody. We know Radio Newcastle's here giving the commentary, which is great because that reaches a wider audience. People that might not have known or listened in. We know that this commentary is more the diehards, shall we say, than the people that know about it. But anyone, that even Hereford fans out, we hope you can interact with us as well throughout this. And Hereford, I would say, have probably brought up about 150 to 200 there. They're in the south stand. They're in the sun. They're a little bit luckier than us. On the east stand, they're still coming in. Mark, I know there was 1,000 tickets sold before kick-off. I'd hazard there's a good 1,400 over there.
I think so, yeah. I think we'll be over 4,000, do you think? Just about. It's going to be It's going to be a great day.
It certainly is. Well, a couple of substitutes are coming out onto the sub bench. We await the teams to come out, and we await the roar from the Heat Army. There's too many names to mention that work behind the scenes here that me and Mark have got to know over the years, and every one of them people deserves a massive pat on the back, and this celebration's for them as much as it is for the lads on the pitch.
We're going to put Nessun Dorma now then.
No. Well, it is building right up. Oops, someone wants a mug.
Someone's trying to buy you, Dave.
Yeah. There we go. Cheers, thank you. There we go. People getting their Heat Army podcast mugs, the last opportunity. But yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Really good. And well, I say the lad that just bought a mug there just had a railway tattoo there, which is quite interesting. I've got some funny ones.
I've got none.
Oh well, we might have. Let's see if we can get Mark drunk enough on Sunday night and see if we can get champions on his back.
There isn't enough drink in the world to get me that drunk.
Well, Pavarotti is bellowing out here at Gateshead International Stadium. That's going down there. Matthew Reisbeck from BBC Radio Newcastle. He's going down to get a video himself. He's soaking up the atmosphere. He's done a lot to cover Gateshead over the years when it wasn't fashionable, a bit like ourselves. There is a little bit of a different way they've got the ball here today. It's on a plinth, a Vanarama plinth, waiting for the teams to come out and the referee to pick it up and take it onto the pitch. A very much Monday night football feel to it here at Gateshead International Stadium.
As long as Mike Dean's not right.
Yeah. A lot of young faces here.
You can see God of Honor as well, by the way.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's going to be good. Just to, over the moon. My children are here today. They're starting to get to that age where they're showing an interest, and what a game to bring them to for the first one.
We turn Pavarotti off because it all sets me off.
I know. Is that for you wanting pasta? We had enough tears on Monday. Who knows? We might have one or two more here today. But out of pride, as Hereford come out to give a guard of honour here to Gateshead, and this is going to be fantastic. Nice round of applause for the Hereford team as they come out to give the Vanarama National League North champions their dues.
Here we go.
Well, here we go. The guard of honour is ready. The only thing that's missing is your champions, Gateshead FC. Josh Gowland stands out there with his team, ready to receive the Heat Army. Oh, it's building, it's lovely. The flags are waving in front of the Tyne Weir stand. Everybody waits in anticipation for the Tynesiders to come out. Can you move there, mate? People trying to get a good vantage point. Well, it's ram-packed in here to the rafters. Gateshead fans wait for the champions to come out. The guard of honour is there waiting. Mike Williamson's at the bench. He's taking it in. And here come your champions. The referees are building it up to us here. He gets the ball there. Now we wait for the champions.
Oh, we're going to hurry up your legs, aren't you?
I know. Oh, the anticipation. And here they come, led by the captain, Greg Ollie, the champions of the National League North, Gateshead, in their black and white checky shirts. As the Tyne Weir stand erupts, they were already legends and heroes this season, but they cemented that with the league title on Monday away to Chorley. Hereford players clap on either side as the players enter the pitch. Lovely scenes and everybody on their feet. It's been a long season with lots of entertaining football, goals galore, one or two sketchy moments, a good cup run. Let's not forget that. But it finishes here with Gateshead as champions, captained by Greg Ollie. And we've got a couple of mascots as they leave the pitch, and we brace ourselves for the final 90 minutes here of the National League North. Next season, there's some big teams coming to Gateshead International Stadium, Oldham, Scunthorpe, just to name two. Every game will be massive, and also the prospect of TV games next year, Mark, home and away.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's been a topic of discussion in the past, but you would hope, with everything going on at Gateshead, with the style of football, hopefully we will see PT here, just not where we're sitting.
Well, hopefully they go from unfashionable to not being unable to be ignored anymore.
Yeah, let's hope. It'd be a great occasion if the PT Sport cameras were to come up here. It'd be amazing.
Well, I'll go through the lineups here. Philip Marshall in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Jack Hunter, Lewis Story, Taylor Charters, Owen Bailey, Greg Ollie, Dan Ward. Danny Greenfield returns to their team after being on loan at Matlock and into the starting lineup. Macaulay Langstaff, Kedwin Scott make the finish the starting lineup. On the benches, Alex Nicholson, Paul Blackett, Connor Panny, Ryan Womble and Connor Malley. For the visitors, in goal, it's Andreas Sondergaard, Jared Hodgkiss, Luke Haynes, Jamie Egan, Ryan McLean, Tom Owen Evans, Miles Story, Ryan Lloyd, Ben Pollock,
David,
Seb Revan, and
jump in, so I don't have a minute silence.
And we'll go Harry Pritchard, and that's the line. We've got a minute silence here. Well, seconds away from getting underway here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead will be shooting from right to left towards the River Tyne for one last time this season in their black and white checky shirts, black socks, white socks, black shorts, white socks even, and Hereford the visitors all in yellow. So there we go as the flags make their exit from the running track in front of us. Fantastic occasion. I think there was a few in the stand behind us as well, Mark. I didn't see them. But here we are. Kedwin Scott is going to get us underway here. And we're off as Danny Greenfield gets his first touch, pumps it out towards Robbie Tinkler, who's beaten in the air, and out it goes for a throw-in on the far side. And there's still people coming into the east stand as well. Will they be treated to a goal as the ball's played up for Greenfield to try and get onto, and he's goes out for a goal kick. And it does look like Danny Greenfield is sitting a little bit higher here in midfield, but I don't think he's going to be playing that. 1 second. If he'll be playing that Adam Campbell type of role. Although, as I say that, when they get back into formation, waiting the ball, Ollie's the one that's a little bit higher forward.
Fluid. That's what it is. Fluid.
Bailey wins the header up towards Scott, who backheads it on. It's cleared up the pitch by Hodgkiss. Hodgkiss finds McLean. McLean, see, the ball goes out for a throw to Hereford. Quickly taken by Hodgkiss. He's going to get the ball back. Plays it through the centre and out it goes to McLean here on the right-hand side. Can he get across him? Beats his man, cuts inside, puts a poor ball in. Ward was there to clear it. Taylor Charters under pressure though. Gets it to Macaulay Langstaff, who plays it inside. Taylor Charters still got the ball though. He's tried to get past one too many men there, and now Dan Ward gives away a foul just in front of the dugout.
Hasty start. I suppose when you think about it, neither side have got anything to play for, and they can just play with freedom and put on a bit of a show for everyone. But it's just so lovely to see such a big crowd in here and to see everything going on.
It certainly is. As free kick's been taken. Now it's Pinchard puts it across to the far side. Being brought forward by Ryan Lloyd, I think it is. Played into the centre. It's a deep one. McLean's in space, but it's going to bounce through and out for a goal kick. Dangerous ball, that.
Paul Dixon trying to make the team sheet.
Disgusting.
BBC, come in here.
I know. The ball's played over the top. Ben Pollock heads it clear. Son of Jamie Pollock, former Middlesbrough player. Northeast lad. Tayside area. As Ollie chases the ball down, it goes inside and hooked clear by Haynes up the pitch. Offside flag goes up. Free kick to Gateshead, although it's been played on. Gateshead.
Good
advantage.
Really good.
Greenfield has the ball. He's got Scott on the right hand side. He plays into the centre to Bailey. Bailey puts it into Ollie. Ollie, if he looks up, he gets it. Nearly through to Dan Ward. Was in acres of space, but he would have been offside if he had got that. Charters put a ball through straight to the keeper. It's been dispatched already onto the far side and played forward by.
It's not very often we say this, but I bet it's warmer on the pitch than it is here.
I know it's
nippy.
It is quite cold in the stand out there. I bet they're baked in sunshine. Well, they are, but I bet they've got the warmth of the sun on their hands, on their side, should I say? But Dan Ward plays it back to Hunter, who's playing in a centre back position. Plays it back to Marshall. Nice little clearance to Charters. Charters plays it down the line to Langstaff. Does well, gives it back to Charters.
There's kind of two targets today, isn't it, Dave? One is to get Macaulay Langstaff to win the Golden Boot Award in the National League North. And, of course, 3 Gateshead goals would take 100 for the season.
I mean,
well, in the league, I should say.
Obviously in all competitions, Gateshead have scored more than 100 goals this season. Just bounced up away. That was a lovely ball from Marshall to Charters, but it does look good in the history book, so he's scored 100 goals, doesn't it? I mean, we've got it over the line, which is great, and there's nothing to be ashamed of if we don't get that 100, but it would just be that nice little tick on the end, wouldn't it?
It's all cosmetic,
Yeah.
You don't get anything for it, but it'd just be a lovely little touch to finish the season. And for Langstaff, who's improved beyond recognition this season. I mean, we always knew he was talented, but what he's done this season has just been so special.
Certainly has.
I tell you what, we should say Kenwyn Scott's quite close to it as well, by the way.
He certainly is. A hat-trick would get him very close. But the ball's back with Marshall. All in luminous pink. And we've got, you see, that's luminous salmon in the other goal, Mark.
It's something.
It's kept in by Tinkler, but it's gone. Bailey gets there, puts it over the top. Kenwyn Scott's on side, right-hand side of the box, controls it, brings it down. Can he cut it back? He can. There was nobody there, but Ollie's going to pick up the loose ball on the left-hand side of the box. He needs some support. Charters is there. Down the lane. Plays it back to Ollie. Can Ollie get the ball into the box? Plays it into Dan Ward. Back to Charters. And he just didn't look there. Played it straight into the feet of Pinchard. As the ball's played forward, McLean Marshall comes out and clears the ball back up the top. As Ward brings it down. Under pressure, though. Didn't stick to him. It bounced away.
Dan just really needed to let that run past him then, just using the momentum of the ball rather than trying to turn back.
And the pitch looks absolutely fantastic here, but it's that time of the season when it gets a little bit harder, isn't it? Although it was being watered plenty before kick-off. Ollie receives the ball, Charters, pumps it up towards Macaulay Langstaff, who wins the header. Greenfield will pick it up. Tinkler in the centre circle, gets it to Ollie, nice vision. Can he get forward with the ball? Still going, plays it inside to Dan Ward, who turns the edge of the box, tries to get a shot off, but still gets to pick up the rebound. Now Charters gives it back to Dan Ward, who's under pressure from two players. Gateshead passing the ball around nicely, but gets away from Langstaff and cleared down the line. And now it's a foot race between Story and
It was pushed, by the way.
Story and Story there.
That'll not get confusing.
It won't. Can never be as hard as the time we played Barrow and had a Barrow and a Burrow in the side. So it was a tongue twister that day, but nice vision to pick out Scott in the centre. Ball forward, Ollie trying to get onto it. He does. He was offside. I did think the flag was going to come up, but he waited till he actually got the touch there.
Been an energetic start, hasn't it? It's been lively.
Yeah, it has. So, 7 minutes gone, 0-0. And for anyone listening in, might be thinking, do Gateshead need to get any points today? No, they're already champions. So today is purely about lifting the trophy. But if there's anything we've learned about Mike Williamson and Ian Watson, they will not let the standard slip today. And we can see that through the pressure on the goalkeeper as he clears the ball up the pitch. Taylor Charters plays it to Marshall, who gets it up to Langstaff. Nice nod, but didn't make it through to Scott.
Look at the pressure. Excellent.
I think Ben Pollock's probably in his third season down there at Hereford. Good pressure. Pass it all the way back to Sundergaard in the Hereford goal. Out it goes on the far side for a throw into Gateshead.
Kind of looks like a young Casper Schmeichel, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Tinkler with the ball in his hands. The Kieran and Alicia Lee. I'm going to shout out for them. Big Newcastle fans, but the Gateshead fans as well, as the ball goes out of play for a goal kick.
There's quite a few on that far side now, I think.
I know, and they're all, there's a lot. The back of the stand is still coming in. A lot of the people that have turned up probably didn't realise that they'll have to go over to the other side of the ground. And of course, it is a bit of a big ground to get around as well when you walk around it.
Can't wait to find out the attendance.
Oh, if it's over 4,000, what an achievement. As Charters plays it inside. Downward battles to get it back, but still going. Hereford goes for a shot from distance. Oh, keeper had it covered just.
Good effort.
It was a great effort. To be honest, I didn't expect him to get the power and the width.
One thing I'd say about Tom Owen Evans is he always seems to score against both these clubs. I feel like it's a constant theme with him. With Spennymoor and Spartans and Darlow.
Well, Marshall gets the ball up the pitch. Pollock's there to nod it down over to Revan. Revan plays it back inside, trying to work it down the left flank, but Gateshead win the ball back. Scott with a lovely flick. Can Ollie get there? Pollock read it well and plays it back to the keeper. Ward heads it forward. Nice little flick. Gateshead can try and get the ball forward through Ward here on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's got two players in front of him, does well, but not well enough and dispossessed. Thought he was just going to be able to dance past that player there, but now it comes down the left-hand side for Hereford. Played into the centre back to Evans, who goes for a shot. And that wasn't far away again.
How calm was Marshall there?
I
mean, that was a lot closer than I think.
Yeah, I think that certainly was. But so 11 minutes gone, 0-0. Hereford with two shots wide. Well, one over the ball, one wide there. Gateshead yet to really threaten the Hereford final third.
It's quite a strange one, isn't it, when you think about it, because everyone is literally just waiting for full time, really. The game's an inconvenience when you've got a trophy to lift.
It kind of is, and it's a weird situation to be in. Of course, Gateshead have had a few promotions over the years, but a league title hasn't been here since 1986, and Ollie tries to pick out the run of Macaulay Langstaff, intercepted by the Hereford defence, and now they're going to play it over the top. Well, he didn't. He played it through the centre there. As pass back from Story to, well, Gateshead nearly win the ball back. It's been cleared now by Egan. It's a bit messy at the minute, but Gateshead pick it up midfield.
Nice.
Lovely touch.
Oh, what a ball.
And can Langstaff finish it? He's under the keeper. Keeper does really well. Brave goalkeeper, and came out, made himself big, and just nicked it away from Langstaff.
Look at them hunting and packs again.
That's
Title's
it.
won nothing on this game yet. Look at the
Gateshead
pressure.
get the
Brilliant.
ball now through pressure as Kedwin Scott has the ball. Gets past the man. Can he finish it himself? He's still going. Oh,
Foul.
he needs some support. Greenfield's over there, but he didn't show for him. And unfortunately, Kedwin couldn't pull the trigger there. But that was good footwork.
Just ramping it up on there.
Yeah.
Are we going to see another? We are going to see.
We're going to see a long. We've waited all season. The last 3 games, we've discovered that Kedwin Scott has a rocket of an arm on him to throw in these long throws.
He's got a bit more space to get some a run up here as well.
He has.
Didn't have much of Charlie, did he?
Lewis Story comes up to be the man at the front post to try and nod this back over. Say that. Bailey comes and backheads it. Oh, and it's been cleared by Hereford. Greenfield scoops it up, but it gets cleared by Hereford all the way back inside the Gateshead half. And Hunter, furthest man back, and just take a touch and control it and give it back to Marshall.
I love the fact that, there isn't anything on this game, let's be honest. Yes, we talk about the...
Nice head back in there. Oh, can Macaulay Langstaff is onside. Can he finish it here? 1-on-1 with the keeper. Yes! It's in! Macaulay Langstaff makes it 1-0. It was a tight angle in the end. And I think there might have been a touch from a Hereford player just before it went to the back of the net. But who cares? It's 1-0 to Gateshead. And Macaulay Langstaff adds to his total this season.
The sort of thing we've seen time and time again. Brilliant. Your son absolutely loving that as well.
He is. Oh, buzzing. Gateshead 1-0 up. 13 minutes gone. The party had already started, but the goal has added to it. Dare we say 2 more goals could hit that 100-goal mark for the league season. And now Hereford get us back underway. Pollock receives the ball, plays it down the line to Revan, who gets it forward. Bailey's attempt didn't get it forward. Tinkler had to come back and keep it in, but it's played forward now. Story just offside for Hereford.
It's a great finish, I think it's gone enough the defender in the end. But it's going in anyway, so it's his goal. But just a lovely little period of pressure there from Gateshead.
My initial first thought that Kedwin Scott had nicked it off him.
I did as well, but I think it's definitely...
I think he would have celebrated if he had got the touch. But Taylor Charters in possession. Oh, he's put a ball inside, and now Hereford come forward with Pinchard across to the far side. It's with Evans and puts it over. He had more time than he thought there, but the defence did well to put him off.
Look, I'm going to say it again. You talk about this game being in nothing, but look at Lewis Story's reaction there. He was going nuts at the back. Great to see, it really is.
Wow. Let's see, keep them messages coming in. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. Barry Lee's asking if we've got a chant for Dave Lee. I don't know where we can. It started from here, unfortunately.
We're a bit busy.
Yeah. Hopefully he was cheering that one in. As Jack Hunter lays it off to Greenfield, who drops deep, gives it to Story, and Lewis Story carries the ball forward.
Lovely to see Danny Greenfield back in black and white, isn't it?
It certainly is. The ball goes forward. Scott's chasing it down, but Sundergaard comes out quickly to receive that. And it's a very similar build to Adam Campbell, is Danny Greenfield. And he's in that pocket, just going between the midfield and the defence, and the midfield and the forward line. He's picked up that mantle.
Well, he has, but you look at him and he can play it. By the way, how good is Marshall's distribution been so far?
Really good.
Danny can play a number of roles in midfield. Again, we talked about the versatility in Gateshead side, and I think pretty much anyone in the midfield or the.
Lovely ball pinged up to Charters, just couldn't nod it in. But yeah, the versatility has been absolutely fantastic right throughout this squad. I mean, we're just looking at it now. You've got Jack Hunter playing their centre back, looks calm, collected. He can play a little bit higher forward in midfield and be that battling, deep lying midfielder, and he can play a little bit higher up again. And
same that we said of Owen Bailey.
Yeah,
Taylor Charters playing it at left back when he came in as a centre midfielder. You've got Dan Ward who can play a number of positions. Langstaff and Scott will keep switching that front three. It's just, I think that's why I know it's not the biggest squad, but it is a kind of multi-purpose squad in some ways.
It certainly is. We've got a message from Colin Duffy. He's listening in Tenerife. Thank you very much. Have a cocktail for us while you're listening.
Cool.
Sean Parry he says just 2 more goals for 100 goals scored this season in the league. And how are the lad, says Jordan Hindmarsh. Thank you very much. Keep them messages coming in. And Gateshead on the attack again. Dan Ward goes for a shot from distance. Oh, and Sundergaard had to push that one away. And it's a corner to Gateshead. And I tell you what, he caught that sweet, didn't he?
It was going in. It was flying in the top corner. It's a great save. And looks like they're going to take a quick one here. No, they're not.
No. Greg Ollie's going to come over. Looked like Macaulay Langstaff was going to try and take it quick. Greg Ollie, 28 assists this season.
There's another one. He won 30.
Yeah. In it comes.
It's a great ball.
Oh, and it's been cleared to Dan Ward on the edges, but Greenfield with a shot. Curling. Oh, we got the whip on it. Just couldn't get it to dip down. And a side note on Danny Greenfield, sadly his father passed away not so long ago. And as I say, we've seen this young man develop so much in a Gateshead shirt, not only as a footballer, but as a man. And I'm sure his dad will be very, very proud of him, looking down on him today. As Bailey wins another header, now launches it forward. Kedwin, not used to Macaulay Langstaff winning them headers. I nearly said it was Kedwin Scott, but Langstaff rose like a salmon, and it goes back to Sundergaard, who releases it to Revan on the far side. I thought he was going to give it away there as Owen Evans has dropped deep. And
great
now,
pressure.
Yeah,
Right, again.
Throw in from pressure from Gateshead.
We shouldn't really, if we're honest, be surprised that they are playing this way, because this is what's got them so far this season.
Oh, Tinklerly lays it into Ollie. Ollie pulls it back. Now great save. Can it fall again? Oh, Kedwin starts second time of asking, and Gateshead get a corner. Oh no, they don't. I thought they got a corner.
No, I think it's come off Langstaff.
Yeah, and Gateshead did everything but score there. Great save as well from the keeper.
That was just a random collection of noises from you, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Let's see what was happening there.
We've had a few noises from me this season.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Oh, fantastic stuff. And we've got a message here as well. Barry Lays put respect to Danny. Definitely. It'd be lovely to see him there on the score sheet today as Kedwin Scott. That was a push from Ben Pollock. Surely.
It was only 2 hands.
Yeah, well. Pollock with the ball at his feet. Lays it off. Kedwin Scott chasing it down. And there's the pressure. Dan Ward picks up the loose ball. He's going to play it. He just tried to nick it past the Hereford defender, who plays the ball down the line to McLean. Story dances past with the ball, plays it inside, but Gateshead Story plays it back to Marshall.
Well, at least he's not trying Cruyff. Cruyff turns on the edge of his own 6-yard box.
I was more worried about the little girl going down the stairs with her shoes untied there. Well, 20 minutes gone, Gateshead 1. Hereford 0, Macaulay Langstaff on the score sheet. Well, Mark, we were talking before kick-off. We thought Mike Williamson might have played today. He hasn't even got himself in the Matchday squad. Says a lot about him. He could have took the plaudits today. Could have been, he could have. But we know that's not his character.
Words right on my mouth.
Lovely. Oh, Pollock just had to intercept that. Tinkler with yet another header through, but McLean is now through on the right-hand side of the box. Charters is over there to help Mark and played inside. Out to Story. Played inside now. Hodgkiss puts it across. Good first touch there from McLean, but it's not cleared yet by Gateshead. And now it's going to go across to... Ollie intercepts, and can Gateshead pick up the loose ball? They can't, and the ball goes across the far side, and Reven couldn't keep it in.
Gateshead just got a bit... And again, I'll keep saying it, but I know there's nothing on this, but just you want to win the game, finish the season on a high, particularly in front of a big crowd like this. But I look at it, and it's... You just need to stay solid at the back there. And it's just been a little bit sloppy at times.
Yeah.
So it'll come.
Oh, we've got a message there from Barry Lee. Thank you very much. We've got one from Tommy Dolan. What a hitting flat on my back, slipped on the stairs. Come on, the Heat, whole kit man. Well, hopefully you're feeling better, Tommy, and we'll have you back here next season as staff. Plays it inside to Ollie. Ollie looks to play it over the top for the run. Downwards, touch was beautiful inside the box. Can he get it shot off? Oh, he off the crossbar. Oh, that was a beautiful... Well, there was definitely a deflection there. I thought the keeper made a save, pushed it onto the bar.
Dan Moore looks right up for it today, doesn't he?
He does.
Two pretty long-distance efforts. That.
Well, I'm sure the keeper tipped that onto the bar, but it's a goal kick.
It's a really interesting formation Gateshead are playing, to be honest, because both Dan and Greg Ollie are really pushing to support the...
Oh. Sorry about this.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I hope that... Can anyone let us know if that actually came through on the commentary, or it was just our headphones? We had a bit of interference, so...
apologies for that.
Yeah, apologies.
It's gone now.
Yeah, I've got a feeling nobody heard that. I think it might have just been us. But it does look like Taylor Charters is down here.
Ryan Warnwell maybe, or Nicholson could come on at left back. Yeah,
you would think. And then you've got the option that Owen Bailey could go over there as well. We mentioned the versatility, but the Gateshead fans taking the moment to get behind the team. I'm just having a look down the stand there. My daughter stand up. She hasn't got a clue why. So
she loves the Heat. That's why.
Yeah, she loves the Heat. Hopefully she does after today. Our granddad likes to try and wind us up about Newcastle, but she knows who gives her a lift to school. As the ball goes forward and Raven has to put it out for a throw-in halfway inside their half to Gateshead.
Ryan Warnwell coming on at left back. It's a real shame for Charters because he's played a real part since he came in from Carlisle on loan.
Yeah, it was a month initially. Come in, scored some important goals as well as Taylor Charters, and apparently it was it is our headphone cables. We've got an extension box for our headphones, and there's a dodgy wire. We've lived with it all season, but it just went haywire there. But Ryan Womble on. But Taylor Charters
leading the pitch with that
he's holding his hamstring there.
Being replaced by number 18, Ryan Womble.
Okay, it's now on the right hand side is Tinkler. Tinkler and Ollie both left it there. Bailey picks up the loose ball. Tinkler turns his man, beautiful, takes it down the line, plays it inside to Ollie. Ollie puts it out to Kedwin Scott, but it was intercepted. And now Owen Evans, he's had to drop deep to try and win the ball back. Cleared. Bailey does really well, plays it inside to lovely first touch from Langstaff. Because he nearly gets the ball back through, gets caught under Ward's feet. Cleared, but only as far as Story, who nods it to Greenfield and turns to Hunter. Well, the crowd here today, they're seeing some nice silky stuff from Gateshead. We've seen it all season as Greenfield. It's a turn, plays the ball back to Tinkler. I thought it was going to go through there to Kedwin Scott. Now the ball over towards McCall Langstaff, headed out, and Raven has to put it out for a corner.
What I was just going to say there, you look at Greenfield, hasn't played for a while. He's been out on loan. He's come back in, Ryan Wanwell's come in, Jack Hunt hasn't played too much, but they all come in and just settle into the same system, the same style. And there's no sort of disruption, no matter who comes in and plays. It's always the same patterns, and it's just wonderful. It shows that they've all bought into what Mike Williamson and Ian Watson want.
Ollie's going to take this corner on the far side.
And Ward on the edge.
Ward and Langstaff on the edge of the box with Greenfield waiting to pick up any clearances as it comes in. Flick from Kedwin Scott. Story does well and puts it back out to Ollie. Ollie gives it to Dan Ward. His shot.
Bobbled.
It just bobbled in front of him there and couldn't get the shot off he wanted, and that's a goal kick.
Again, I mean, you look at the creativity there, that corner. It did for all the world look as if it was just going to be lumped into the 6-yard box, but instead they've played it, played it along the floor and tried something a little bit different, and great to see.
Yeah. What I'm going to say is, Mark, it's nothing to do with us, the Static and Marias. It's BBC knocking the table. they come here.
Do you want us to have a word?
Commentary wars.
You let that scene in there. Anchorman.
It's going to be knuckles on the track at half time to see who gets the more leg space here in the commentary space. There's lovely little header. Oh, now the ball forward for Tinkler. He races forward. He has to, tries to get past Raven, and Raven, the left back, plays down the line. Goes all the way through to Hunter, who'll put it back up towards Kedwin Scott. Pollock's there to nod it out for a throw in on the far side.
You be careful using the S on the end of Pollock.
I know.
It's coming across as something very different.
Well, I won't be the first commentator that's had that problem. Tinkler on the right-hand side inside the Hereford box, puts a ball into the box from Macaulay Langstaff, and the keeper had to come out. That was a beautiful ball yet again. How many times have we seen it this season from the right-hand side, from the boot of Tinkler? And that's it, and Gateshead now. As Langstaff goes for the shot. Great save again!
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Edwin Scott on the far side on his own, absolutely screaming for that. I know they've created many goals for each other this season, but there wasn't a catch chance in hell of.
He wasn't going to pass that. He got himself into space on the edge of the box, and credit to Andreas Sundergaard. He's pulled off some beautiful saves so far in this game.
Looks a keeper, isn't he? A very good keeper.
He certainly does. I don't know if he's on loan at Hereford or not, but keep an eye out for that name in the future. As Ollie puts this one in, it's short. Greenfield back to Ollie. Ollie dinks it over there. Keeper's going to pluck that out of the air. Okay, so it's still working on things.
Certainly are.
Ball goes all the way through to Marshall.
That's absolutely your fault because you praised the keeper.
I did.
He's just pinged one 90 yards straight into.
Well, now Hunter puts the ball over the top as Story's chasing it down. I think an attacking left winger there.
Left winger.
No.
I'm going to have words.
Well, Gateshead have a throw here. Can be taken quickly over to Langstaff. Can he pull it back across? He can. Kedwin Scott! Can he make it 2-0? Oh, great save again from Sundergaard. He's just made himself big. And is this second goal going to come for Gateshead? They're really trying. As now Dan Ward lays it off to Tinkler. Into the centre to Greenfield and puts a red ball out for a throw in there. As we're trying to get our headphones sorted in both our ears.
It definitely is Paul Dixon causing bother.
It is. He's disrupting.
Banging the table.
He's
done it again.
He has. He's disrupting the equilibrium of the commentary table. As the ball comes into Langstaff, he's trying to dance past players, and he's still got the ball. Gets it out to Ollie. Ollie puts it into the centre, chested down, and cleared. But there is Ryan Womble. He's slotted straight into a great tackle from the youngster. As the manager, Josh Gowland, who was a great player in his day, had stints at Kidderminster, if I remember rightly, and a few other clubs. Dan Ward is just playing out his skin today. And the ball is going to be...
It's not,
well, Story's doing well against Story.
Which one?
Well, there you go. That's the puzzle for the listeners at home to work out. I was trying to work on a never-ending story pun there, but
Leave it.
I will. Marshall. Oh, nearly got the ball
Great
to.
idea.
It was just Tinkler didn't start motoring in time there. If you're just joining us, 31 minutes here. Gateshead, already champions of the Vanarama National League North. They're winning 1-0 here against Hereford. As the ball's played off a Gateshead player, and Gateshead can try and build here now as Kedwin Scott is sitting inside his own half. Gateshead are going to have to pass it along the back to get the ball forward, though. Ball played forward, gets it to Tinkler. Tinkler again puts the ball over the top, looking for Langstaff. Oh, he nearly controlled it. Out it goes for a goal kick.
That's the thing, isn't it? You look at Gateshead and teams try and press them high, and they just ping a ball over the top and get players in behind.
Well, Hereford going to play out from the back as Sundergaard pumps the ball up in towards midfield, bounces through to Hunter, who just puts it up towards Ollie. Ollie beaten in the air. Danny Greenfield picks up the ball in midfield, and little flick there didn't find its intended target, and it's passed all the way back to Sundergaard. Ball forward, just picks out Tinkler. Bailey to Story. Lewis Story, that is. Now Ryan Womble picks it up on the left-hand side, drives forward with it. Ball goes out for a throw to Gateshead.
Played a significant role in one of the goals of the season, one well, didn't he?
He certainly did. The Luke Williams against York. It was a beautiful goal. Hereford just scrambling to defend here. There's now Story. Fouled by Story. Well, he wasn't, but yes, he was eventually. It was.
It's got away one a bit there.
Well, Story on Story again, but it was the Hereford Story defending that time that gave away the foul.
I think it must be late season weariness, but I can't think of a Story pun.
Well, Gateshead have the opportunity to get the ball in the box here. It's on the left-hand side, about 35 yards out. Ollie stands over it. The big men are on the edge of the box. In comes the delivery. Looking towards Story at the back post and plucked out the air. That man, Sundergaard, again. He saved the blushes a couple of times today for Hereford. 3 fantastic saves, maybe even 4. As now it's played forward and Hunter picks it up. Now it's a throw into Hereford. And they're all loose. Well, thought it was just going to fall to Dan Ward there. Played all the way back to Sundergaard.
Normally you worry that games like this where there's nothing on it will sort of die a bit of a death, but it's actually been a very good game.
As it's been like what we've seen all season. Can Kedwin Scott get there? Hereford just clear it, but only as far as Womble. Womble carries the ball forward himself. Still going, tries to get it through to Langstaff, and keeper has to kick that clear. Only as far as Bailey, who brings it down, gets it out to, nearly got it to Danny Greenfield. Now McLean can bring the ball forward here on the right-hand side. Story's in front of him, dances past him. Greenfield comes in and fouls.
Well, and 3 of them had a go at him, so one of them had a go.
Yeah, he did really well there, McLean, just dance past, didn't he? But this one is about 40 yards out on the right-hand side of the centre of the pitch. Very high line from Gateshead here. Polar opposite, probably 10 yards outside of the box from where the players were on the free kick on the other side of the pitch for Gateshead. Pinchard puts the ball in towards the far side. Nodded on by Pollock, I think it was. Straight through to Philip Marshall. So we mentioned Marshall being on loan since after late January he came in. And Jacob Chapman, sorry. Don't know why. I used to do that when he was playing as well. was nice to see him come and join in the celebrations at Chorley.
And was in the dressing room as well.
He certainly was. And nice picture of the goalkeepers union and James Montgomery there in the post celebration pictures that came out. Story gets it to Dan Ward. Nice touch, takes it inside. Couldn't get it through the legs of the Hereford player in front of him, and they're just getting back in two banks of four. Hereford now. They're trying to break up Gateshead's play. Crossfield ball to Revan, brings it down under pressure from Tinkler. Lloyd manages to turn his man, play it forward, but Haynes now plays the ball over the top, and Hunter's there just to hook it clear.
No risk.
It would have been a real powerful header for Hunter to put that back to the keeper there. It's the only thing he could really do. 37 minutes gone so far. Gateshead winning 1-0 if you are just joining us. Ball out to Revan. The left back puts a decent ball in, or I thought it was, but it just seemed to gain speed as it carried across, and that's going to go. That's a goal kick. It's already went out.
It's gone a little bit quiet, hasn't it?
It has. It's went a little bit flat. I think people just taking it in. Story, short goal kick. Story carries it forward, plays it back to Marshall on the edge of the Gateshead box.
Very high line that Hereford have got here.
It is a high line.
Let's keep going.
Wow. Marshall plays the ball over towards Tinkler, and it's bouncing. He's going to keep it in. It gets to the keeper pick, scoops it up. Just seemed to catch it with his heel there, didn't he? Didn't get to pull it back as Sundergaard puts a ball up there and couldn't be kept in.
The distribution of both goalkeepers has been phenomenal today, by the way.
It really
very
has.
Good young goalkeepers.
It's definitely a player's name I'll be looking out for, Sundergaard. He's impressed here today. And the saves haven't all been the same. He's had to make himself big. He's from distance. He's clawed them away. Ward puts it out to Ryan Womble. Womble's touch just took it away, and now Story has to come and mop up and just pushes the players out the way. Gets it on the attack now as Ollie plays it through the centre. That would have been a beautiful ball. Scrambled away by Hereford. Womble wins the header. Owen Evans couldn't win it then. Story's all over the pitch. He's like Beckenbauer today as the ball's played over the top, intercepted, but Greenfield can pick up the loose ball in midfield, and Gateshead can build from the back again through Story. And he goes for a long punt up to the far side. It's going to go out for a throw-in.
You've done it with the service there, Dave. A long punt. It was a long
It was a bit of precision passing, wasn't it?
Of course. Long punt.
I'm sorry, Lewis Story, if you watch this back.
He'll watch back.
For some reason, I don't think that the management team watch this back with the commentary on. I think they might just watch it.
I think they do, but they mute you over it, Dave.
It's all about the Curvers.
Small break in play. So a really big thank you to our principal partners this season, JSS Hire, Tony Carter Transport Limited, Gateshead College, Kirby, Gateshead Central Taxis, Utilita, Bella Forte, and a special mention to Regular Systems for what they do for this club.
Nice. Bit of appreciation to the sponsors there. But Gateshead in possession. Greenfield has the ball on the right-hand side. Bailey, sitting deep, receives the ball. He's going to play it back to Story just inside his own half. Just sends the player the wrong way. And, you know, Story's fantastic. He's done that all season. And he's sending players the wrong way, wrong footing them. And it's not like he's dipping a shoulder, is it?
I'll tell you what.
Bailey's
do you know what? That is a booking for Owen Bailey. We'll get a booking, but Keynes just swung an elbow right at him.
Yeah.
It's right in front of the referee. And he's completely missed it.
Certainly has. Well, Bailey's going to go into the book here. He's still feeling the sting of that on his face.
And that, you can tell by the force of it. It's not like a running movement. He's literally swung an elbow back at Owen Bailey there. He's very lucky to get away with that.
And Bailey was actually looking for blood there. He was sat there using his shirt as like a tissue.
Don't worry, shake hands. It'll be all right, mate.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, Bailey can continue. Free kick taken by Pollock. Bailey wins the header.
Oh, touch.
Now, Owen Evans plays it out to the far side. Haynes, the outside of the boot, tries to put in. Sorry, it's Owen Evans. Now it's with Haynes. McLean's going to pick it up on the right-hand side. He's got Womble for company. Cuts inside with the ball. Plays it back to Owen Evans. Plays it through, and McLean was nearly through, but Story manages to get it to Langstaff, and now Womble. Lovely chest. Oh, and that has to be a foul. Has to be a booking.
Brilliant that from Kedwin. He's used his body so well. He held off the challenge and just turned away from the man.
I mean, he used his chest to get the ball to carry on moving forward. It was lovely stuff. There is going to be a yellow card here for Jamie Egan. That was a long time. Honest, I hope that if Jack McGragan's got that on the highlights where he is, he does some beautiful pitch side stuff. That was a lovely turn. Just unfortunately he was fouled, but free kick to Gateshead. Very similar territory to where the free kick was before, where Ollie took it, about 40-45 yards out here on the left-hand side, about, say 10 yards in, Mark. And as now the ball comes in and it's nodded on. Oh, and Sundergaard just plucks it out the air. I think it was Langstaff there that flicked it on. Hell of a there. When Greg Holly's the man back defending, nods it back to Marshall. Spoke to him in an interview. We played it before the game, and we played it on the Plead On Me podcast as well. And we mentioned that the captain's armband brought a little bit something else out in his game this year from Greg Holly. We always got 100% from him. We're getting 110%, maybe 120%. We're seeing defensive duties. We're seeing everything from Greg Holly this season.
It's been a great season. I think we talk about the assists, but it's everything else. I thought, when things weren't going great on Monday at Chorley, and I just thought he put in a real captain's display. It wasn't about the passing. It was about the movement, the pressurising, getting in around his teammates. I thought he just did.
McLean's got past Ryan Womble. He's down to the dead ball lane. He's driving along with it, plays it across. It's a corner. But yeah, I mean, just as you mentioned, there was that little lull on Monday, and he made two fantastic tackles in the space of 30 seconds, and that just sums him up. He just kept going till the very end.
Well, I mean, I did that piece with him for the Sunderland Echo, where he was talking about what the title means to him and to the club, and kind of summed him up. It wasn't about him, and it wasn't about even just the players. It was about the community going beyond the football club. He said he would hand the trophy around everyone in Gateshead if he could.
Well, we wait for this corner from Hereford.
Probably take a while.
Yeah, they're taking the time on this one. Well, everybody inside the Gateshead half bar. The Hereford goalkeeper, Marshall, fists it away only as far as the edge of the box. But now Gateshead can clear. And Macaulay Langstaff drives with the ball. He's going to get over the halfway line. He leaves Ravin behind him. He's still going. Can he finish it, Macaulay Langstaff? Oh, great save again from Sundergaard. He made himself big, came out. And, well, he's the man stopping this from being a cricket score so far.
Brilliant pace. Just burst away from his man, didn't he? Outstanding from Macaulay Langstaff. Just a surprise that he's not celebrating the second goal.
It certainly is. Ball over the top for Kedwin Scott. Brave heading. Well, it didn't go out from Pollock. As Scott turns his man. Still got the ball. Out it goes for a Gateshead throw now.
You see another one of those long throws.
Yeah. Wow, that was... You're just waiting for that to nestle in the back of the net. But Andreas Sundergaard, wow, what a game he's having.
Story coming forward again.
Well, we're into the 45th minute here. I can't see there being much added on time.
Probably a minute.
We await this long throw from Kedwin Scott. In it goes. It's been headed clear the edge of the box. Ryan Womble puts it back out towards Kedwin Scott. Can he keep it in? He can. Wasn't the greatest ball to him, but he kept it in. Story on the edge of the box. Still going, gets a foot. Oliver snapshot into the chest of Sundergaard. Bounced down and up into him. And, well, we just talk about the versatility there. Just look where Danny Greenfield is. He was covering up the space that Story had left when he got forward. And now Pinchard puts the ball through. Offside flag's going to go up on McLean.
To be fair, he was only about 10 yards off.
He was, only 10. You always worry though, because sometimes the flag doesn't come up, and you make them statements. But referee got it right there. His assistant. Ball across to the far side to Tinkler brings it down well. You wouldn't expect anything else. Lays it inside to Ollie. Back to... sorry, it was Bailey, not that. And now Story can put the ball forward, looking for the run of Ollie. Intercepted, and now Hereford can bring the ball forward. Try to play it down there, and Story finds himself on the left-hand side for Hereford. Now the ball comes in. It's deep. Hodgkiss is there to pick it up. He's going to put it back in. Not many people to aim at, and Gateshead can clear it. And now there's the half-time whistle. Gateshead lead by 1-0 from Macaulay Langstaff. It really should have been more, but Andreas Sondergaard, he stood resolute and pulled off some fantastic saves.
He has. He's been the main reason why there's only 1-0, hasn't he? Because Gateshead have been excellent in spells. Langstaff will know he probably should have had a second goal. But it's a good first 45. I'm just watching Phil Marshall. He's on the word with the ref here.
Yeah, don't know what that was for, but there's something obviously that we missed. But the team comes off to a good round of applause. Of course, party time is after the full-time whistle for the for the trophy presentation. It should be absolutely fantastic stuff. We're going to play a little video out for half time, so we can put out, so we can have a little break. But this is the highlight from the Heat Army podcast, where we spoke to Ross Black, and this is what the Heat Army podcast will be like on Thursday, but with more celebrations. So you can join us then, and we'll be back with you after this. Well, I don't know what happened at the end of that video. The Gator badge was supposed to be behind it, so I don't know what's happened there. But from things looking bad to things looking beautiful, Ross is with us now. How are you doing?
Hi lads, you all right? I'm doing well.
Well. Not better now, Ross?
Oh, a lot better, thank you.
Good. So we had the lads on from Inspired and the team last week, and things are, looking very positive from the foundation. Another string to the bow with the club with that team being introduced. But we spoke to obviously the lads, and there's a lot of work to be done to get that team to the Costa Blanca. Is there anything that you want to add in the way fans can get involved to help with getting them there?
Yeah. So luckily enough, I met the lads today. So we had another meeting with the club and the foundation ourselves. Inspired. We've got now in place 2 bucket collections for upcoming home games. So they'll be announced when it's all set in store. So that'll be good. So the lads as well who will be involved in the tournament will be there. So you can chat to the lads when you're on the way in the ground. Inside the concourse area. I'm sure you'll see them. It'll be good just to get them familiarised with the rest of the fan base. Because they are going to be another Gateshead FC team out there. We're going to have a big push on player sponsorship. As if like the normal first team does, and the ladies team, so you can sponsor a player once the teams are announced. That'll be another big way. We've had talks about potentially doing a 24-hour football match.
Yeah, that was mentioned last week. That'd be
good if we could get that streamed as well, so you can donate whilst watching the stream. That was something we talked about today, which we would hope to get involved in. And from a foundation point of view, we're all going to be doing, it's not just a one-off thing. We're hoping to take this further so that we can compete under the Gateshead FC banner in Britain, in leagues, in competitions with fellow disability teams up and down the country. And I feel like this is just the start of things to come, hopefully.
To say that I'll just say this and then Mickey just to say it's another string to the bow. We would say how far we've come in such a short space of time since we all know what happened. To have a ladies team and now moving on to having this and having a disability team is just showing you how much the club is growing and reaching out.
100%. You know, like I say, we'll get on the other stuff with the foundation as well after we speak about Inspired. But it's great that they've felt comfortable to come on board with the foundation and the club. We're building relationships there that are going to take the club to the next level. And I think also we're learning as a club that we are a hub of the community. And I feel like since we've become fan-led and local business-led, it's really had that feel to it, which, of course, I've always had a great relationship when like Graham Wood was in charge. This time we've got to go out there and do it ourselves. And I feel like as a foundation, and a shout out to the trustees as well who work non-stop to get these links and make sure that these links are out there. And I feel like we're getting to a point now where we're starting to see a bit of growth and the name's out there a lot more. And I think that coincides with the feeling inside the stadium as well. Even before results flew up at the start of the season, it did feel a much more community feel to things. And what I notice as well on a match day is you do see a lot more families there now. And I feel like with the work the foundation's doing, the club's doing, and just the overall match day experience, that can be a good way to start, you know, seeing all the young lads and lasses coming to see the Gateshead and hopefully being the number one team is what you want.
Definitely.
I mean, midweek games, we always struggled. Nearly 900 there on Tuesday. I think the previous Tuesday we had a game was something similar, and getting over 1,000 on a Saturday. So things are starting to go up, and that's got to have something to do with the community-based themed in the club. It's got to have, in my opinion, it does anyway.
Yeah, I think it works hand in hand. I think if you're inside the community as well and enjoying the football club, then it comes to a point where you want supporters there that aren't going to come just when we're doing well. Because at the moment, we've got to capitalise on the good performances we are doing, but we've also got to build a platform where the services we're doing in the community is then reflected in fans being brought on. So that would be one for the future.
I mean, obviously, when the foundation, got put in place, it coincided with the pandemic starting, and it was kind of I'm not going to say baptism of fire, but the foundation was maybe drawn into things that it didn't think it was going to be drawn into. And, I know it wasn't done for a PR side, but it goes a long way when, people on social media was seeing Ben Clark, the Gateshead tops out there, people doing things in the club being seen to be active in helping the community when it wasn't about the football, it was about the community and everyone around here to make sure everyone was all right. And also on a mental health front as well, with the phone number that was out there. There was so many strings to that bow that were tied up straight away and were put into action that maybe you would think could probably take a little while. I think it put the foundation in a light that maybe elevated it a little bit quicker than what it would have just, reaching out initially. It got knee deep into the community right at the beginning.
Yeah, 100%. Like even just before the pandemic, we were lucky enough to get links with the Gateshead Food Bank. And before one of the home games, we had a big, massive food collection. And I don't think we knew how big it was going to take off and how well the fan base would respond. And the Gateshead Foundation would, the food bank, were over the moon with how much food was brought in by the fan base. They said it was huge. And that's one thing we are still going to do. We had 3 dates slotted in, and due to COVID and the FA Cup and that, we haven't managed to get that done yet. But that's definitely one thing we're going to be doing upcoming. And there's a few things, like Ben and doing such a good job, and the other coaches are on board. We're now in 6 schools in the Gateshead area.
That's fantastic. I know that was always a big thing ever since I've been a Gateshead fan, the club wanting to get into schools, and whether it was a case of getting it done or not having the resources to get it done, having it now in place is just, as I say, we keep saying it, there's so many positives at the moment, and but it all goes down to the hard work of the people behind the foundation, people like yourself and the trustees.
Yeah, the whole trustees, I list them all off, but they probably wouldn't want a thing, but the work they do, behind the scenes, they put in the hard yards, they attend the meetings, they apply for grants, they get things done. Like I say, the walking football sessions, they've been very successful. We've got 4 on now in the area.
We're not selling out. Every time you look, they're full.
Yeah, they're very busy. And the good thing is for me is we're getting different people in of all ages, for the open ones, and then the select ones, we're getting people who are coming in for the first time maybe, and they're feeling comfortable. And the good thing for me was I seen 2 people who I seen the walking football, then in the crowd. You know what I mean? And it's something that you hadn't. It's all about one community and one big fan base, and that's what, you know, getting people out there, getting healthy. You know, having exercise, walking football. And I know it's just walking. It sounds silly, but when you do it, it's tough. You know, it's not easy. Yeah.
You don't have
junior...
Your first touch is as bad as mine.
But yeah, the Junior Heed Club as well, you'll notice that's on again this Saturday, you know. So for any young kids who are massive Gateshead fans, or even if they're not, you know, they just want to play football, they get a good coaching session with Ben. You know, I've seen him work, he's brilliant at what he does. And that's on every Saturday. You know, you can just go on our website, the Gateshead Foundation website, and register there and get that done before match day on a Saturday. So the kids can go have a training session with Ben, and then hopefully come watch the lads at 3:00. You know, and when I was a kid, you know, we went. I just turned up the matches, and I had that on top. You know, it'd be brilliant, and I feel like that would be for the young Heed Army coming through. That would be perfect.
It is. It's as I say, you mentioned that the club's planting seeds, and we're starting to see things flourish from that, and that's, you know. Someone might be watching now and going, well, it was only 2 people come along, but if you're doing that each month, each year, it keeps building up, and right, you join us back here on the Heed Army podcast. It's half time, and I've got my little boy Jack, and he wants to say hello, everybody. So you're going to say hello? Hello! And my daughter as well, she wants to say hello. She's went shy. But Jack, can you say Heed Army for us?
Heed Army, Heed Army.
Yay, good boy. Do you want to say it as well, Sophia? Well, as I say, they're going to go back to the seats now for the second half. Are you going to enjoy the second half, Jack? He's went quiet. Are you going to say yeah? Are you looking forward to the second half? Yeah. Okay. Well, you go back to the seats with Mummy, and I'm going to get back on letting these people know what's going on. Oh, hang on, my daughter wants to say hello.
No, she's not.
Oh, she isn't. Okay. Well, on that note, we're going to get back to it. We're waiting for the teams to come back out for the second half, and we'll see you very, very shortly. But there. Good girl. There we go. Well, it's a family affair today. We've had the daughter on, the son on. Nearly got the wife, and my daughter's pinching my last Haribo there. Right, you can send in your messages. Let us know where you're listening from. We've got a message here from Jordan Hindmarsh. Solid first half, can feel them 2 goals coming, plus more. Well, if they continue to play like they did in the first half, surely chances will be made here at Gateshead International Stadium. And we are waiting for the teams to come out here for the second half. But do stick around after the full-time whistle. Gateshead will be picking up the National League North Trophy as they are crowned champions. Next year they'll be in the National League, possibly with the likes of Wrexham, definitely with Oldham and Scunthorpe. Torquay, there's some long trips next year. But that's the league you want to be in. It should be absolutely fantastic stuff. And Mark Carruthers is just going to get back into his position here next to us. And we are going to get back underway for the second half. As, See Mark is back now. Well, you can tell Paul Dixon's back. There we are. Mark, you're like an American ninja there. You're scrambling over the seats to get back into position here for the second half. And wait, 1 second. There we go. As the players are about to come back out here for the second half. And just get on. Yeah, it's working a bit better there. Well, will we see some substitutions in the second half? No doubt we will. There'll be some cameo appearances from players coming on to the pitch, trying to get our earphones back working where they were. We might just have to deal with one earphone, Mark. Apologies to anyone listening in. We're just trying to get ourselves back to where we were audio levels for us. It's all right there?
It's all right, yeah.
There we go. You got it in both ears, have you?
I don't know, Dave.
Don't know.
I tend to block you out with both. So
There we go.
No, sadly I can hear you.
Sadly, you can hear us. Yeah, Hereford are back out now. They're going to go through a little warm up here in front of us in the Tyne and Weir stand. We'll wait Gateshead to come back out, but everyone's been talking about Andreas Sundergaard there. Just an array of impressive saves have held Gateshead at bay and kept it a 1-0 scoreline. If we see any type of performance that we've had in the first half, chances will be created, Mark.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what Gateshead do second half, because they could feasibly put their feet up and just, stroke the ball around as they normally do without really going anywhere. But I think we know enough about this playing squad and enough about this management team to know that they will probably do quite the opposite. It looks like there's going to be a sub made.
Yes, it looks like Keenan Patton is going to come on. I can't see who he's going to be replacing at the moment. So he is coming on. But Greg Ollie comes back out. The team behind him for the second half here.
So what?
Yeah,
Paul Dixon could be
lightning reactions there from Paul Dixon. He caught a team sheet in thin air.
Could be an England cricketer. Actually, no, he's probably better than England cricketer now.
Wait to see the shirt number of who he's replaced. Can't see at the moment. Number 6, it is Jamie Egan is replaced.
Absolutely packed inside the concourse, by the way.
It is. It's ram-packed here today. Nice to see Ben Clark down there as well.
Yes.
on the dugout there, helping out coaching duties. A man who went through so much. Of course, some people might have forgot that he was actually manager for a while here at Gateshead during them dark days, and always give 110%. His first game away down to Salford, a 2-2 draw. His team really did him proud that day, and as they did right till the end of the season. And he's still doing a fantastic job at Gateshead, coaching in the 19s. Of course, he's done a league and cup double this week, completed that. Great stuff. But we're back underway. Gateshead shooting towards the Felon End, and Hereford shooting towards the River Tyne. As now Bailey wins the ball, plays it off a Hereford player, and it's half time. I'm just going to have it one here, Mark. Apologies that we've went silent there. We're having audio trouble on our end, and Gateshead on the attack on the far side. Langstaff brings it down. Can he lays it off to Womble? Womble can't get it into the area, and it's been cleared away. And we are suffering from terrible audio issues in our ears. There we go. Right. Apologies there. Back to normal as Hereford clear the ball. Picked up midfield by Owen Evans. Played down the line by Hodgkiss. Story and a battle again, and it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick.
Just obviously hoping for the Bailey family are hoping for a
double
today. One Bailey's brother, Ryan, playing for Heaton Stanington in the Northern League Division 2 playoff final, I should say. Currently 1-0 down against Towlow Town, but there is a crowd of 1,091 there.
That's unbelievable. That second division of the Northern League, Heaton Stanington looking to climb up the pyramid. And now Gateshead win the ball back in midfield. Dan Ward lays it off to Ollie. No, he tries to skip past two players, and Dan Ward picks up the loose ball. Lays it off to Tinkler. Back inside to Ollie. He's back on his feet. Plays a ball for Langstaff to try and run onto, but headed clear by Hodgkiss on the far side. Hodgkiss receives the ball back. Plays it up towards Story, but behind him, and Tinkler's there just to mop up and give it back to Marshall. Well, someone's put round packs with people who haven't been here all season. That might be the case, but
there is always a tendency to look at things like that. But the other side of that is,
you've got to generate interest. A winning team
yeah.
generates interest.
And I 100% get it. I really do.
Oh, lovely ball out to Womble. Plays it down the line to Macaulay Langstaff on the left-hand side. Tries to take it down towards the dead ball line, but just put too much on it, and out it goes for a goal kick.
I've never really rated that Langstaff.
Big thanks to the boys and flag bearers today. A special one of them, that's Scotty. That's Adam Scott, whose birthday is. He's 12 today.
Happy birthday, Adam Scott, one of the ball boys. I think that's him down there. That's raising his arm and cheering.
I don't know. I think that is just actually a ball boy joining the Heat Army challenge.
Could be. Womble heads the ball clear only as far as Hereford midfield, and they try and build. Scott trying to put them under pressure. Owen Evans turns, gets the ball forward, but Story's there to leather it cleared. It's going to come back towards him and his defenders. Greenfield picks it up in midfield. Just being out-muscled there somewhat. Ball played all the way back to Sondergaard.
Do you know, I think a large part of it there, so Hereford's had a sort of, I wouldn't say sustained, but they've had a lot of pressure there. Yet, they never really look in control, whereas you look at Gateshead, and when they're in possession of the ball, they do look in control of things.
Yeah, they look like they can get the ball forward into different areas, whereas they're just holding on to the ball, Hereford, at the moment. But Patton trying to drive forward, just right into there now. Ward dispossesses him, he's still going. Ward tries to get around. Can he finish this off? He gets past the keeper, brings, well, good save from the keeper. I thought they had brought him down. Lovely stuff from Dan Ward. Just danced past players. Just unfortunately couldn't get the ball past Sondergaard.
If that last touch had just been a little lighter, he'd be finishing that. Brilliant from Dan. He's had a great game today, by the way, Dan.
He really has. Tinkler, just in front of the Hereford dugout, plays it back to Marshall. Couldn't find Womble there with the clearance. Story comes back to mop up, plays it back to Marshall. His kick finds Owen Evans, but gets it back in numbers to defend. Dan Ward back there doing defensive duties. Tinkler tries to play it forward. Intercepted by Ollie though. Now Tinkler can clear the ball down the line, and Kedwin Scott's there to try and hold it up. He does well. He's got players around him. And goes down, but Pollock on the ball. Now Haynes plays back to Sondergaard.
Well, the intensity's still there from Gateshead, isn't it? You know, we asked that question just at the start of the second half. Are they going to play at the same levels? And they certainly are. Well, I don't suppose this squad of players knows any different.
Not really. It's just been the norm this season. As the ball comes out to Ravin, who chests it down, controls it well. He's got Ollie in front of him, plays it down the line. And Pinchard, can he get the ball in? He can, but it's deep, very, very deep. McLean tries to bring it down. He does get past Womble though with the ball. He's still going. Dan Ward, there he is, just to intercept and carry the ball forward. Now Macaulay Langstaff drives down the left-hand side, but it's got he cuts inside with the ball, still going. He's still going, Macaulay Langstaff. They wouldn't sit up from the ball. There was definitely a push in the back there. Wow. What a kick by Sondergaard there. Story just lets it go behind him. Now he plays it back to Marshall, back to Story, and just a little bit too much on it. Out it goes for a throw-in on the far side.
Big Story's had another good game today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Been excellent this season.
So there's maybe some question marks and eyebrows raised when he was signed from the Vars winners Hebben, but he's answered all of those questions and more. He's definitely up to the level and thrived. But Ravin has the ball on the left-hand side of the box. Oliver Company gets past him. Comes off Ollie for a corner.
Oh, Black coming out. You know, you look at that bench today, and it's a strong bench. And then you look at the stands and see who isn't in the squad. And
yeah, it's feel for players that weren't involved in the match day squad today. Carl Magnier come in. You know, there was another player where maybe eyebrows were raised, but he's come in. He's defensive duty. Gould on Monday as well. In comes the corner from Pinchard. Gateshead hooked it clear by Hunter. Scott brings the ball down under pressure, turns his man, still got the ball, does very well. Scott gets it to Ollie, and now Gateshead can break as the ball comes across the green field on the right-hand side. He needs company, though. He's going to drive forward with the ball, holds it up, though. Ollie with a little flick. Well, if it had come off, it would have looked fantastic. Unfortunately, it goes out for a goal kick.
Craig Ollie looks absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
It's on his heart out of there.
Raven receives the ball. Someone walked past us, who I presume he didn't control it because it's out. It goes for a Gateshead throw. Greg Ollie receives the ball. Takes another throw to Gateshead.
Are we going to see him?
No, I don't think we're going to see a substitution yet.
I thought we were going to see one of Kedwin's.
Oh, yeah. We're quick at that one. Greenfield. Pressure from Hereford now in midfield, trying to disrupt Gateshead's flow. The Story plays it back to Hunter. Hunter has to give it to Tinkler. And just as I said there, the little bit of extra pressure from Hereford, disrupting Gateshead. And now Pinchard has the ball. Oh, it comes off the referee. Owen Evans not happy, and he's going to give a free kick. Drop ball. There we go.
I realise no one's listening to this, but Heaton Stanick have actually equalised.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It'd be a lovely day for the Baileys, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. As the ball goes through, it's a lovely ball. The offside flag comes up. That is a late flag. Tell you what, I wouldn't like to have been the man to call that.
I wouldn't, but the linesman over there, Kirk, is about 6'9", so I'm not going to argue with him.
That was tight. That was very tight.
It was. Good run as well, by the way. You look and talk about Wanwell first half, and he's maybe got caught out a little bit there because the run's gone inside him. He just hasn't read it. Oh, brilliant!
Greenfield brings it down. He's got Ollie on his right hand side. He's got players in the middle. Puts it through there for the run of Scott. Just too much on it. I think Ollie was the ball.
I agree.
Sondergaard just scoops that up. Ball pumped up, headed on by Story, and out that goes for a throw. I would hazard a guess we'll see a substitution in the next 5 minutes.
What now?
Now, in fact, yes.
Black and maybe Kedwin Scott, possibly.
Yeah, I think so. So Kedwin Scott, he's been amongst the goals, but he's been amongst the battles as well. He's done a lot of the dirty work.
Been a great signing, hasn't he?
He really has, and I don't want to say that he's done the dirty work as it being as a dirty word. What he's brought to the attacking lineup is very different to what Macaulay Langstaff is. He's still going through. Sondergaard comes out quickly, but what Kedwin Scott has brought, he's brought that battling presence to be able to open up the gaps for Macaulay Langstaff, and also he's been silky smooth at times. I'm not just saying that he's a workman-like player. He's scored some absolutely world-class goals this season, and the way they've complemented each other. Paul Blackett coming in, getting his cameos, and unfortunate injuries has hampered his season. And then you talk about Campbell as well behind them. They're all very, very different players. A lot of pace in that side. Maybe Campbell probably, Kedwin the one with maybe not the best with the most pace, but he's no slow coach by any stretch of the imagination.
Far from it. Far from it. It's you look at it and you think that they're all capable of beating someone for pace, and it's just there must be a nightmare to play against. I think that's basically what I'm trying to say. That they don't stop pressuring you. They're always a threat in behind.
Well, Paul Blackett is stripped and ready to go, and Kedwin Scott goes for the shot. Sondergaard with another save. This boy is absolutely fantastic. Credit where credit's due, and what a goalkeeping display we've seen today. But Gateshead win the ball back. Greenfield now has to drive down the right-hand side. He needs support. He didn't lay it off and got dispossessed. As Tinkler tries to disrupt it, but it goes across to Hodgkiss on the far side. McLean plays it back to Hodgkiss and lets it run through to Haynes. Ball over the top for the run of Raven. Oh, lovely stuff from Gateshead. Ollie just calmly, no, comes off. A little bit scrappy there, but Story for Hereford picks it up here on the left-hand side, drives forward with the ball. Tinkler and Ollie come over for company. Deep cross, way too deep, and Womble.
If this gets played first time.
He carries it forward, Womble. It's under pressure though. Nice stuff there, calmly just plays it back. Gateshead can build now through Bailey. Bailey finds Ollie. Oh, Raven just cuts into it. I think Mike Williamson knew straight away there, didn't he, that the ball wasn't going to reach its target.
It's a really interesting reaction that he's... Oh, Jesus.
Well, now can Gateshead break. Nice dink for Ollie to try and run onto here, but he's very tired, isn't he? He's really... I think Ollie of December time might have got onto that one, but we're going to see Danny Greenfield. He's going to get a great reception here. He's coming off, and Gateshead are going with 3 up top to end the season. And Danny Greenfield, we send our love and thoughts to the Greenfield family. Sadly, his father passed away, and Danny come back, and he's given a great performance here. Paul Blackett enters the fray now, and he's going to be the man up top with Kedwin and Macaulay Langstaff on either side of him. And, well, we know what Paul Blackett brings to the side. He brings pace and energy.
He's offside.
Well, there comes the flag.
Well, I think what you're looking at now is Greg Ollie will sit a little bit deeper in that midfield three with Ward and Bailey. And Blackett will play the 9 role and just really be a threat going in behind.
Well, there's a nice ball from Bailey out to Womble.
I'd be shocked if we saw Connor Fanny before the end as well.
That would be nice. Very nice. The youngster who signed his contract in pre-season after an impressive start against Hebben. Tinkler plays the ball forward. Blackett's onside. He's onside. Can he get this ball across the box? He can, but it wasn't the greatest one. But it's a corner to Gateshead. And well, I was expecting the flag to come up there, but it didn't.
No, he's running. He's off. He's running.
There was a clip one you enjoyed today. Remember, in accordance with league rules, we ask that they do not enter the pitch at the end of the match. We've been advised if there's a pitch encroachment, presentation will take place behind closed doors.
Ollie is going to take this one.
Oh, it's Nicholson going through quite a vigorous warm-up there.
Yeah, as Ollie now puts this one in towards the back of the ball. Story was there, just got nicked off the top of his head. Gateshead pick up possession though, and lovely stuff there from Kedwin Scott to retain possession, but now the threat is with Hereford as McLean brings the ball forward. He's got Pinchard inside of him. He does.
Brilliant.
Oh, Robbie Tinkler. That is
outstanding defending.
Talk about strength and awareness. He just stepped in front of him, didn't foul, sees the ball out. Beautiful. And that was the right back getting across to the left back position to help defend.
Brilliant. It was 2-on-1 as well, we should say, at one point. Brilliant from Jack Hunter and Dan Ward getting back to try and give him some support, because at one point he really feared. Really high press here from Hereford to force him 3-on-2.
Well, Dan Ward drops deep to pick up this ball, gets it back to Story. Now it's going to go long down the line. Haynes heads it back to where it came from. Story puts it back over the top.
Jesus.
And, well, Ben Pollock has to nod it clear. It's brought down by Owen Evans. Now Pollock can clear it up the pitch, but there's nobody there. Tinkler can see that all the way back to Marshall.
Oh, some header from Story.
It was.
The front three changed again. So you've got Blackett come out right, Kedwin's in the middle. Defence must know what's going on here.
Keep them guessing. 62 minutes gone here. It's 1-0 to Gateshead. Downboard. Is it? Oh, lovely. Oh. There's nice vision from Ollie there. Intercepted by Pollock, though. Comes across, and Tinkler just lets that ball go out. And it's going to be number 7 that is leaving the pitch. It's going to be Ryan McLean.
There's another Gateshead sub as well.
Yeah, and number 32 is coming on. That is Owen Bennett. And it looks like Robbie Tinkler is going to come off.
Nicholson for Tinkler, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen much of Nicholson in recent months, but an integral part of the squad all season long. And nice to see Alex Nicholson get on for the last game of the season.
you shouldn't forget Alex was player of the season 2 years ago. He was outstanding. And,
Substitution for Gateshead.
who knows what happens going forwards? But if it is a last appearance here, because it could be, we don't know what's going to happen. So he's been an integral part of re-establishing this club after the new owners came in.
Certainly has, and his first action is to take this throw. Bailey receives it, gets it back to Nicholson. Nice vision, puts it across to Womble. Womble turns. Under pressure though from Pinchard. Ball played forward. Sorry, didn't get the connection he wanted. Finds Hereford players now. Story for Hereford. Is on the left wing now. Drives forward with the ball, runs towards Nicholson. Cuts inside, but Bailey. Ollie just intercepts that. Put back over the top now, and it's going to be put into the box by Revan, sorry.
Started coming into a bit more Hereford, haven't they?
They have, as the cross comes in. It's a dangerous one. Revan gets the header, puts it behind. We've got Paul Diaz has sent us a message, or Diaz, listening on holiday from California. And say, being the most home games this season, can't be there today. Well, you're here in spirit, and hopefully you're enjoying it so far. And that's very inconsiderate of that Stuart to stand right in front of the scoreboard mark. So we can't give you the exact time of what's left. I know there's 60-something minutes left. It has, I guess, 64. 64 minutes gone, sorry. Well, Story brings the ball forward for Gateshead. Puts it out to Womble. Womble's first time ball for Blackett to run onto. He's going to get past his man. Haynes does well. Foul given on Blackett.
No, it's not. I thought he was going to book Blackett. He is.
He is.
My God.
Well, he is. He's going to book him. I think it's probably more for kicking the ball away. Well, Andrew Flint's, but should be 3 or 4 goals. Missed a few chances. It's not missed chances. It's the goalkeeper has been absolutely outstanding in the Hereford goal. Well, the Stewart has moved on to the 65th minute.
That was good of him.
He might have been listening in his earpiece.
He's going to back you after the game, anyway. That's right. Chuck you out.
Well, ball played for by Hodgkiss. Story nods it back up towards the halfway line. Owen Evans brings it down. Brought down. Hereford put it out to Story on the left-hand side. Nicholson's there in front of him. He goes for a shot. Hits off Whaley's head. As Ollie and Dan Ward bring the ball forward. Ward, can he get it out to Blackett? He can. Blackett's first touch. He's got it under control. Tries to dance past the player, but
he's just got to play Ward in there.
Yeah, first time ball. Appeals for handball against Bennett.
Well, he only handballed it twice.
Yeah.
So.
Third time's the charm mark. Bailey gives it to Hunter. Pitch baked in sunshine here, bathed. It's beautiful out there. Just a pity it's a bit cold in the time than we are standing. Nice ball in there, brought down. Offside flag goes off from Blackett.
Oh, that was tight.
Very tight. Suppose he did have it was on the edge of the box. He had the edge of the box to help him there, the referee's assistant.
I think it is getting towards that stage now where people are starting to think about what's coming afterwards.
They certainly are, as Bennett tries to chase down the ball. As Nicholson, was he pushed?
If Blackett's a booking.
Well, that's strange.
Maybe it was.
Erin Pinkerton, she sent us a message. Good afternoon, all. Great final commentary of the season as always. Good we can't be there, but I feel the atmosphere all the way down here in Plymouth. Enjoy your day, celebrate loud and proud. Erin, thank you very much for your contribution throughout this season. Gates are building from the back again. Marshall on the edge of his box. Gives it to Hunter. Very disappointing Hunter though this season. Had the pleasure of having him on commentary against Ashton in pre-season, and he promised me a 40-yard screamer. There's still time, but it hasn't happened this season.
We've got 23 minutes of the season left. So.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Sure, he would dedicate it to you, Dave.
You would hope. You would hope. Well, Owen Evans plays the ball over the top. Bennett's offside by a good 2 yards there.
That's genuinely quite lazy, though, because if he's kept himself in line, I think he would have got in behind Story, but quite lazy.
We've got a message all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Dean Seaver, Heat Army USA would like to say thank you for bringing us to games this season. Great job, lads. We'll say thank you for listening. That's the most important thing. As Ollie tries to chase the ball down on the far side. Hodgkiss has got a nice bit of control there. Still not fully cleared yet, though, and now it is. Kept in, though, by Hereford. Beatty tries to play it down the line to pick out a black and white shirt. Doesn't quite do it. Now Hereford drive forward with the ball, and Hunter goes across there and covers in front of Bennett. And yeah, Womble loses out, though. Now the ball's played across the Story, and it all bounces through. Nicholson missed it, but so did Story. And
Nicholson got a touch.
He's just got a toe on it. It's a throw in, quickly taken. In there now is Revan, is going to put this in from the dead ball line. Hunter's there just to scoop it away, but only as far as Owen Evans. Owen Evans puts it across to the far side of the box. There's nobody there. Macaulay Langstaff clears it for good measure.
It's been a little bit of a feature of Hereford play. They've got themselves into some quite promising positions, but they've just...
The final ball decision's been pretty bad as Dan Ward plays it through to Macaulay Langstaff. This is better from Gateshead. Langstaff driving with the ball. He's still going. Lays it off to Scott on the right-hand side of the box. Oh, and Kedwin Scott just showing strength to get back in front of his man and win the ball back. He's still going, Kedwin Scott. Corner.
He was going to have a shot at one point.
Yeah, I thought it was, but it's corner at Gateshead. I know we don't pick the official man of the match, but at the moment, Dan Ward is an extreme candidate for me today.
Dave, there is one thing we haven't seen today.
What's that?
What is it? A very important part of the day.
I'm having a brain fart at the moment. I can't think of what it is.
We haven't seen the trophy.
Oh, we haven't seen the trophy yet, no. I thought it was going to be on that on the plinth before the game, but it was the ball. As Ollie puts this one in, headed clear. Womble puts it back out to Ollie. That's a lovely ball. Can Ollie put the delivery in? He can. Oh, my word! Blackett and Story were coming in like a steam train there. I don't know which one got the connection. I fear it might have been took off one of the other.
I think it might have been brilliant ball from Womble out wide, by the way, and great take from Ollie and a lovely delivery. You can't ask for better service than that, but unfortunately just couldn't force it over the line.
Yeah, got a message from Chris Flynn. Great to see the Heat claim their rightful place back in the National League. All connected with the club. Take a bow. Echo those sentiments, but Hereford on the attack here. Story on the left-hand side receives the ball.
Closed down.
Blackett's back to help here. The ball's put in and put over the ball. Really should have been put in the back of the net, and it's a corner. That must have been, I think it might have been Womble or Story that put that over.
If it is Womble, and that's his challenge for a post, that is unbelievable defending, by the way.
It certainly is. 72 minutes gone here against the National Stadium. Gateshead winning by 1-0. Already National League North champions. It's been a fantastic occasion so far. Can Gateshead see it out for their 29th league win of the season as the ball comes into the box? Marshall misses the header at the punch, and it goes through.
We shouldn't forget, Dave, as well, on 98 goals, so it'd be nice to get another couple.
It certainly would. That would be the real cherry on top, but nobody can complain if we don't. As Haynes lays it back to Story, gets past Ollie, pulls it back, and Blackett coming back to help with defensive duties and putting Hereford off.
We'll have the figures for today's crowd. A big thank you to each and every one of you. The attendance is 4,129.
4,129 here to see Gateshead crowned champions of the National League North. What an attendance. And the Hereford fans are getting a good round of applause. 99 of them have made the trip up here today. Nice dink from Ollie to Ward. Ward puts the ball through. It's going to bounce. Bob. Oh, Black gets it front. Can McCall Langstaff finish it? Yes! It's 2-0! Macaulay Langstaff! He's got a brace! What a way to finish the season!
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Really calm. Left the keeper with no chance. It's fitting, isn't it, that Macaulay is the one that has taken Gateshead to the win today after the season he's had. Been so instrumental in a number of ways in this title win. Great ball over the top. Obviously got a touch off the defender. I did think that there was an appeal for a foul by Blackett.
I thought Blackett did foul Haynes there in the build-up.
I think it would have been extremely cruel if that was given.
I think you would have to call that a professional block.
We spoke a lot during the season about hat-tricks. Did we see Macaulay Langstaff get the 100th?
On a hat-trick.
On a hat-trick.
Only the second hat-trick of the season.
The OK scorer, for Gateshead, number 7, Macaulay Langstaff.
Well, that eases a little bit of the nerves in the game. You like to see Gateshead get this over the line. It's not finished by any means, but one more goal and the roof will come off here.
Ollie's just taking the ball right in the nose there.
Well, Dan Ward again. Beautiful stuff. Keep going, son. He's going to win the ball back, but Bennett picks it up on the left-hand side. He's a big unit, but Raven lays it off. Gateshead managed to get away by hook or by crook.
Just run.
And Macaulay Langstaff turns. He's running onto the ball. The crowd are screaming.
Switch it.
Kedwin Scott's in acres of space. He puts it to Blackett. Blackett, look up. He's there. Was it a foul? Referee gives it. It's a free kick.
Who's taking this?
And this is Greg Ollie territory. But
I reckon Macaulay Langstaff might have a say.
He might fancy it. Mind you, Greg Ollie looks dead on his feet. He looks dead on his feet. And nobody can complain. Oh, well, yes. Could you imagine if Macaulay Langstaff puts this into the back of the net here? What a way to round off the season. What a way to round off the game. He takes a few steps back. I think it's a 5-man wall here.
Let's get it on top of it. Silence. I think this was to win the league.
the hush in the Tynan Weir stand as Macaulay Langstaff stands there. We await him to come forward now. Langstaff hits the wall out.
Should let Ollie take it.
Yeah. We can say that in hindsight. To throw into Gateshead. And Ryan Womble's going to take it on the far side. It was like we're at the snooker there. It went push, didn't it, for a 1-4-7?
Oh, nice.
Oh, Womble brings the ball forward. He tried to play it in there.
It would genuinely be a nice little touch to get that 100 and to.
It would, but Gateshead are still on the hunt here as Langstaff. Nice turn. Can he put the ball through for one of the runners? He can. Greg Ollie on the far side. Oh, it just bounced off his thigh, and Hodgkiss is there just to get it away, but Womble nods it down. Ward picks it up. Little flick didn't find its intended target, and now Hereford can try and clear their lines as the ball's played forward. And vision there from Marshall. He had it covered.
What we got left? Just under 15?
Yeah, I think we've got 14 minutes left of normal time.
There's still time, Dave.
There is time. But if you are listening, you've been here at the games, just soak it in, listen to the crowd. This is what it's all about. They've earned the right to try some audacious flicks here today. They're champions already, but they're still putting in the work rate. As the ball comes over the top, looking for the run of Blackett. Haynes heads it clear. Womble nods it into the ground. Oh, can Langstaff get onto that? And at the moment,
I think for the next 15 minutes, you're going to see Macaulay Langstaff literally everywhere on this pitch.
Yeah. Ball played back to Marshall. His ball to Ollie is out for a throw, but
I think I've got to be honest. I think I will get Conor Panny on.
Yeah, I think Greg Ollie, he just the will's there, but he just looks a tired player and deserves. Well, he's tired for a reason, because he's put in what an effort, not just this afternoon, all season. But Story for Hereford crosses the ball in deep towards the far side, header away. Marshall at the back post just scoops it into his arms.
I think that Marshall's first instinct there was to play it to Greg Ollie. He just said, just wait.
Yeah. I think you'd have to drag Greg Ollie off in handcuffs to get him off this pitch. Well, Jack Hunter gives it to Nicholson. Nicholson just calmly gives it back to Marshall.
It's been a really, professional display from Gateshead. They've looked in control for large parts. They've done everything that they've done through the season. That's got them to be champions. Again, I say it, we shouldn't be surprised. There's the standards we expect from this football club now.
Marshall still urging his team to get forward. Goes for a ball out towards Womble. Way too much on it. Out it goes for a throw in. Half inside Hereford's own half. And we've got a couple more messages here. We've got, one second. Alan Bray has got loving this season. Well done to the team. And the big background support, fans included, of course. We're a bit biased. It's Neil Pinkerton's mum over there in France. Thank you for joining us. Andrew Flynn, every Gateshead fan who's travelled home and away this season. Fantastic seeing so many people support their local team. Is certainly worthy of the money this season. It is. And over 4,000 here on, and over 4,000 Gateshead fans. 99 from Hereford. Great scenes. There's the ball thrown in by Hereford. Raven plays it forward. Can Ollie get that ball?
Let's hope some of them come back next season and make attendances like this, or certainly like over 2,000, making it a regular thing.
Langstaff picks it up on the left-hand side. His first touch carries him forward, gets past Haynes. He's still going. Macaulay Langstaff. He's under the left-hand side of the box, pulls it back. Behind for a corner. Great stuff from Langstaff.
Do you know, Dave, that speaks volumes from Macaulay there, because he could have just cut in himself. He could have tried to cut in, have a shot on his right foot, but instead he's trying to find a teammate.
Well, just shows you the fitness and condition of this team, because his first touch just took him away from Haynes, and then he just carried on sprinting down the left-hand side. Now Ollie is going to take this corner on the far side. Pings it over to Kedwin Scott. The edge box takes a shot. Can he get a shot off? Oh, straight into the ribs of Pollock. Now Langstaff on the edge of the box goes for a shot himself. Bounces. Good save, but it falls to Blackett. Can Blackett pull it back across? He can. It's been hooked clear by Haynes. Only as far as Ollie, though, on the corner of the box. Plays it inside and didn't find its target. And now Hereford drive forward of the ball. Stories and Akers on the left-hand side. Ball comes out to him. Dan Ward's there for company to try and close down his space. Pulled back into the centre as Raven gets a shot off, puts it into the back of the net. It's 2-1. Raven pulls back a goal. The right back absolutely flew up the pitch there.
Yeah, it's a good finish, good break.
Sorry, the left back.
It's a really good break. They've taken it well. They've kept the calm at that end of the pitch, and really for the first time showed some composure. And we are going to see another sub. It's an G coming on.
Well, the run from Story on the left-hand side really did open up the Gateshead defence.
So number 21 for Hereford getting congratulations. I'm assuming it was number 21, Reading. So check on their website.
Great stuff from Ken Richardson, obviously watching the game.
Substitution for Hereford coming on the pitch, number 20, Njai.
Yeah, well, Njai is on. Story being put under pressure. He's going to have to play it back to Marshall. Dinks it back to Story. Calm as you like. And Story now pumps the ball up. Looking for Blackett. Blackett doesn't win the header, but Dan Ward does. Haynes comes over the back of Blackett, brings it down. Gets it Macaulay Langstaff. Cuts inside with the ball. Just nicked off his feet there by Owen Evans. Now Owen Evans can bring it down the right-hand side, across the halfway line. Story does well there. Out it goes. Well,
It's a good free kick.
Well, judged to have clipped the heels there. Ball played into the centre. But Gateshead get it clear, but Hereford can pick up the loose ball. And so we've got two stewards standing in front of the board now. So Nicholson clears it, Ward brings it down, but just dispossessed. Out it goes for a Gateshead throw just in front of the Hereford dugouts.
Confirmation of that Hereford goal scorer, it was indeed Seb Riddle.
Well, now Bailey receives it, gets it back to Nicholson, who plays it across the defence to Lewis Story. Story still going with the ball, always dispossessed, and now Hereford are on the break. It's 3-on-3. Ollie's back to help out. And Bennett plays it inside now. Goal scorer Revan puts it out to Story, back into Revan. Revan goes for a curling shot, and well, it went straight as a die. And
Very good.
not when he had a few yellow shirts to ping it towards in the box.
I don't know if he was caught between trying to cross it and trying to have a shot, and just sort of did neither.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of movement in the stand here. We're in the 84th minute. Gateshead winning 2-1. Macaulay Langstaff with both of Gateshead's goals. Gateshead are champions. We knew that before the game. We knew that on Monday at 5 o'clock. But we await the full-time whistle when the celebrations can really begin. And have you got any updates on the Heaton Stanton score there, Mark?
Still 1-1.
1-1. Well, we asked because of the Bailey family. Ryan Bailey, Owen Bailey's brother, of course. In his own promotion big game. Well, one of the cameraman receives the ball, gives it back to Hereford. Raven comes off Owen Bailey for another throw, about 4 yards higher up the pitch.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. Are we gonna see this 100th?
Oh, I've got a feeling we will. If we don't, it's not
I think
anything to be ashamed of.
It's ruined the season if it doesn't happen.
Oh well, Kedwin Scott has the ball, tries to play it down, nicely blocked. Owen Evans, and it must have come back off. Kedwin Scott.
Oh.
Pollock plays the ball forward on his Forest. Bailey now Gator can try and build from the back, but having said that,
what a ball.
Lovely bit of vision from Story. Picks
Yeah,
out Kedwin Scott on the right hand side.
What a ball that was, by the way.
Lovely vision. Like a quarterback was Lewis Story there. He's seen the run and just like an arrow that ball went there. Kedwin Scott.
Free kick.
Another free kick Gateshead here. About 5 yards in from the touchline, about 10 yards, well, 8 yards from the corner flag.
Just to confirm that Hereford substitution was number 29, Pinchard, who left the pitch.
This is as good
Number 20, Enjoy.
as good as a corner. You can get some whip on this. Well, Captain Greg Ollie, as he has done all season, stands over the set piece. Here he is, free kick and corner master. He'll be wanting to get another good delivery into the box. There's a few men to aim for. In comes the ball now. Oh, straight through a crowd of people, and the substitute Neji battles with Ward, and the ball's kept in. I was waiting for a free kick there, but the ball comes back to the box. Bailey goes up. Sondergaard does really
great
well.
Take under pressure, you know.
Really was. He had Bailey just underneath him. Oh, lovely touch from Story. Manages to get past Greg Ollie, and he's still going Blackett back to help defend. That's fantastic stuff from the number 9. And Story's there as well. Ollie plays the ball forward. There's nobody there because Blackett. Oh, there is. Didn't see Cameron Scott. He was in front of the sub bench. Can he get the ball through? He's still going, Cameron Scott. On the edge of the box. That's a bad tackle, that from Raven. He just swung a leg at it.
I thought it looked like he was hammering the ground there. I thought he maybe hurt himself.
Well, free kick right in the centre of the D here on the edge of the box. It was a wild swing, wasn't it?
It didn't look great, did it? Right, who's behind this? Is Ollie pulling rank?
Yes. Hello, Macaulay Langstaff. I think no. I think Greg's Greg said no. You had your chance. Yellow card given to the goal scorer, Raven.
We talk about it would be fitting if it was Macaulay Langstaff, but come on, the captain's been unbelievable. So
Kedwin, he's not back up yet. Now he is. Dare we see one of those free kicks where the ball was just rolled and put into the back of the net? You see, it was similar territory, wasn't it, from that one earlier in the season? If memory serves me right, was it Kevin Scott that put that ball in the back of the net?
Yeah, it was his hat-trick, wasn't it?
Might have been.
There's no doubt who's taking it.
Well, Greg Ollie is very central here. 4-man wall. Greg Ollie now steps up, curls it. Oh, past the upright. That would have been some moments here. We're into the 89th minute mark. 1 minute of normal time remaining. Well, 1.5 minutes.
We ask that on the final whistle you stay in your seats while the presentation area is set up. You will then be invited by the stewards to come onto that area in an orderly manner. So
Bailey wins the header. It's going to bounce. Pollock has to put it back over the top. Out it goes. Do Gateshead have enough in them to carve out one more chance mark to hit that magic 100? Well, the Tyne and Weir stand is on its feet as Gateshead get the ball forward, cleared by Hereford. Hunter nods it forward. It's just a little bit scrappy at the moment. Hereford still plugging away to try and get something out of this game as Story for Hereford cuts in from the left-hand side. Kedwin Scott wins the ball back. Owen Evans under pressure manages to find Story. Story plays it off Bailey. It's going to fall to Dan Ward. He needed a shout behind him there as Ward was behind him. Alex Nicholson just puts the ball into touch. We have 15 seconds remain normal time.
Match sponsors. Number 7, Macaulay Langstaff.
Well, there you go. Macaulay Langstaff has Heaton Stanton scored.
Heaton Stanton just scored.
Oh, and we're going to have a shot from distance. It rattles through, and we're going to have a corner here to Hereford in the dying moment. That is it, full time. Well, not full time. The full 90 minutes has gone here. We're into injury time. There's the board. 3 minutes remain between Gateshead and them getting their hands on that National League North trophy. But they have a corner to defend here. As Raven puts the ball in. Oh, and Marshall managed to get it away. Now Nicholson plays the ball up the line, looking for Macaulay Langstaff, who comes back and wins the ball. What a performance. Gets it to Nicholson. Plays it across the defence to Story. They're still trying to get this ball up the pitch. They want this 100th goal to Gateshead. Ollie plays the ball over the top. Blackett's offside. If he had went for it, and the ball's going to trickle out for a throw in down towards the corner flag on the far side. And Mark, the scenes we've got here, it's fantastic. The crowd, the stadium's bouncing. This is what it's all about.
Mike Williamson bouncing as well.
Yes, he is. Mike Williamson's jumping up and down. He doesn't show much emotion at times, Mike. I think we might just see him erupt when the full-time whistle goes. As Dan Ward does well to battle with the ball. Bailey brings it forward. Can he lay it off to Blackett? Oh, just intercepted. And Story's beautiful tackle. Gateshead needs to be careful. Oh, and now Gateshead pick up the ball. Macaulay Langstaff. He's got Nicholson on the... Well, he plays it into the centre. Now Dan Ward. Dan Ward drives forward with the ball. Tries to lay it to Kedwin Scott. He didn't continue his run. Intercepted and going to be cleared by Sondergaard up the pitch. Nodded forward. Well, throw in to Hereford on the far side.
Dave, I apologise because I'll have to nip straight out.
Yeah, no problem.
What an atmosphere.
It certainly is. It's an absolute joy to be here. We mentioned earlier on in the commentary, we had the, I don't want to say privilege to bring you the games that when it was behind closed doors, but we managed to do it. And to be here now with 4,000 supporting Gateshead and about to see them crowned champions of the National League North is nothing short of, just amazing, fantastic. I run out of superlatives to say this season about this team. Mark, it's been amazing.
It's been everything you could want a season to be. The FA Cup run, just everything.
Could it be here, those? Oh, the ball nearly come out to Alex Nicholson. Ball played down the line. Raven carries the ball forward. Looks to get across into the box. Pulls it back. Ball comes off. Dan Ward. It's going to be a throw to Hereford. And there you go! The full-time whistle! The champions! Gateshead! They've given us everything this season. Goals, entertainment, a cup run. The cherry on the top. They've won the league.
Fantastic. Just everything you could want in a season. Everything you could want in a football club right here. Owned by the fans. This renaissance led by the fans. You think of the people that have made this happen. You think of what the club went through to make this happen. Just wonderful. Just wonderful.
It certainly is. Well, I'm going to let Mark get out. I'll carry on going while we wait for the presentation to happen. And now, the Gateshead fans, they're all hugging each other. It's really magic at the moment. And this is what football's all about. Hard work, determination behind the scenes on the pitch is combined in all of this. And just looking down on the pitch, Bernard McWilliams, Vice Chairman, pumps his fists to the stand. There's so many names that have done a lot of stuff behind the scenes that doesn't get seen. And the players come over with the champions' flags in front of the stand. Amazing stuff. Macaulay Langstaff, he scored 2 today. But how many has he scored all season? It's been amazing. Just had a tap on the shoulder there from BBC Newcastle's Paul Dixon. The boards are coming on the pitch. Champions. It's going to be there's going to be some hangovers tomorrow. And why not? Once again, we'd like to thank you, everybody who's tuned into the commentary this year. It's an honour. It's a privilege. It's something that we'll never, ever be ungrateful for being able to do, to bring you these goals as We Are the Champions by Queen rings out here. Every one of you listeners are champions, whether it's been around the world or you've been near home and haven't been able to get here, whether you've been working, you've been part of it all the way through this. This has just been absolutely magic. As Mike Williamson comes over with the players to applaud the Tyne and Wear stand, I believe they're going to get changed and come out in the champions t-shirts. And there we go, they've come off the pitch. Rapturous applause here. It's absolutely amazing. And there we go, Dan Ward comes off with Jack Hunter, Story, Robbie Tinkler. Everyone with massive grins on their faces. They've worked hard for this. Blood, sweat and tears have turned into cheers. And the last man to leave the pitch is going to be Greg Ollie. But they will be coming back out. And now Greg goes down the tunnel. We'll wait for them to come back out onto the pitch to receive the trophy. These are the moments. Wow, beautiful moments, and some iconic photos to come and video footage when Greg Ollie gets his hands on the trophy. So really, really good. I've got my daughter coming along here. Oh, and apparently my daughter got a high five off Greg Ollie. That's good, isn't it? Oh, memories made today. They were heroes when the season started. They've ended it as legends. And you can hear the fans are in great voice. Soak it in.
Give us a few minutes to get everything set up. Teams will return and there'll be a presentation.
Well, we are just waiting for the teams to come out there as the chairman, Neil Pinkett, goes past. So does Graham Wood. A man that means so much to so many around here. He's here to witness the life present. The bottles of champagne are down there next to the medals. And they're just waiting for the barriers to be put up so there's a safe area for fans to go down and celebrate with the players. This is going to be beautiful. Hereford fans have stayed as well to see the champions crowned. That's going to be really good. What's that? All right. Well, I've got my daughter sitting with us now. Have you enjoyed the game?
Yes.
What's been your favourite bit?
When the school.
When the score. That's always the best bit. Do you want to say hello to everybody?
Hello.
There we go. Well, we're waiting now for people to come on to some Hereford fan has stormed onto the pitch. Well, some people can't handle the Northern beer as he gets a nice reception from the home crowd. And while the celebrations look like they're going to go on here when the players come out, we've got the barriers going right round and making it so that the players and fans can celebrate together here at the Gateshead International Stadium.
Thank you so much.
Well, the press are congregated down there as well. The cameras are down there, and hopefully they'll be catching iconic moments, beautiful pictures. People's Facebook profiles will be littered with this all over in the coming days. And why not? We're champions. That's what it's all about. The TV cameras are down there. So is Jack McGragan. Everybody that's played their part this season at Gateshead can have their moment just to enjoy this. So let us know where you're listening from, where you're celebrating tonight. We'd love to hear from you. We'll put your messages up on the screen. What a season. What a club. That's just been absolutely fantastic.
Just checking his mic. Yes, it's open.
Well, now we're very close to the players coming back out. Oh, looks like I'm going to be joined by my little boy. And the trophy is making its way onto the pitch. The National League North trophy is coming onto the pitch. And Helena Telfetch is in our back garden, loud and proud. Lead Army. So we're going to see the players are going to come back out and they're going to lift the trophy very, very shortly. Are you excited, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there we go. It's a bit of a family occasion here. I'm so proud to have my children with us for this. They've got Daddy for the summer now. Every Saturday is Daddy the taxi. Isn't that right? There you go. Well, the trophy is on the plinth, ready for the players to come out, receive their medals. The champagne's there as well. We're waiting for this all to erupt as the Gateshead fans loving it behind us. Oh, what a time. The first league title here at Gateshead International Stadium since 1986. Well, we're all set up. All we need now are your champions to come back out onto the pitch. Yeah. Well, now we are waiting. Now the fans are allowed onto the pitch. They're going to be able to go around, celebrate with the players. Do you want to shout Heat Army? Hey, there we go. Gateshead, they're all on the pitch. They're celebrating now. Beautiful scenes. You can go down with your mum and ask. Yeah. Well, everyone's celebrating out there. There's Klinsmans happening. There's stumbles, and people want to get their place close to celebrate with the players when they come out to get the trophy. And wow, absolutely wow! This is what we dream of. Fans all over the pitch. They're getting down there ready to celebrate. Thank you for staying with us. Josh is listening from work in Nottingham. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll say a few extra pints in Tenerife tonight for Jordan. Oh dear, celebrating in Greece tonight. Wow. Wherever you're celebrating, these images will be with you very, very soon. And hopefully we'll be coming up. Oh, you Greg. Oh, hello there, you're right. Greg Ollie's mum's just walking past there. She's going down to celebrate with her boy. And why not? Well, now we're going to get the players out. All the fans around. There's a semicircle of barriers on the pitch. Fans are going down there to celebrate with their heroes. It's going to be fantastic scenes. We await it to happen. Something you dream about happening at the beginning of the season, but it's become a reality. And Gateshead now moments away from lifting up that National League trophy. National League North. We've got some massive games next year, but that's next year. This is now, and we can just relax, enjoy it, savor it, drink it in. This is how far the club has come in 3 years. There was a pandemic in that time. The club became fan-owned and wanted to be part of it all. And, well, now we're seeing the fruits of many people's labour. There's a banner being rolled out now, which was the banner that started it all at Gateshead to save our club. It's been lifted aloft. And Gateshead now can bask in the glory of everything that's went before them. There's thousands of people around here, around the pitch, waiting for the players to come out. Amazing, amazing stuff. Oh, there's someone's got an air horn.
We're almost ready. I'll just let you know who the presentation party are. Today's presentation party is Mr. Mark Ives, that's the National League General Manager. Neil Pinkerton, Gateshead FC Chairman. Thank you, Neil. And Mr. Graham Rudd, the GFC President.
Wow. Graham Wood down there with Neil Pinkerton. Can we see this trophy be lifted aloft soon?
I will be announcing the players coming out in pairs. Just listen out for the names as they come up to get their medals.
Well, that's good. The players are going to be coming out in pairs to get their medals. They're going to get their plaudits as they come out, which is great stuff. Well, the trophy is in place, as are the signs. 2021-2022 champions, National League North, Gateshead FC. "99 league goals this season, an FA Cup run in front of the cameras here against Charlton Athletic in the second round. They've done us proud in every game this season. Goals aplenty, and all that hard work has brought this. 4,000 people on the pitch waiting to see the trophy lifted aloft. Still waiting for the players to come out.
Champions, ole, ole, ole. Champions, champions, ole, ole.
And now the nervous tension of the celebrations are upon us. Thank you for staying with us. It's been an absolute pleasure, as we said before. But we wait for the players to come out and get their medals and be doused in champagne as that trophy is lifted up high.
So that'll be singing to you. Keep it going. Shut your mouth.
Well,
Love you, Gateshead. Oh, Gateshead, win it up.
wow, chants going up in and around us. Hereford fans have stayed as well, to their credit, on our right hand side. About half of them, about 50, have stayed to watch the presentation. And I think we are close to the players coming out to receive their medals. Well,
we're just about to see the players come to receive their medals.
The players are coming now to get the medals.
I think everybody here deserves a medal. But these players on the pitch are being sensational. So we're just about to introduce them as they come through the tunnel.
Well, they are about to come out onto the pitch to get their medals.
Are you okay?
We've had a little boy take a tumble here in front of us. He's all right though. He's made of brave stuff, and he wants to. Do you want to sit in there? Well, in you get. You sit down.
Oh, here we go. I see the players in the tunnel. The first pair of players out to receive their medals.
Right.
Alex Nicholson and Danny Greenfield.
Oh, Alex Nicholson and Danny Greenfield come out. They're the first players to receive their medals. All right, there they are. They're coming here. Now, the first players to come out, receive their medals. Two players that have given their all, as they all have.
Next out,
Jack Hunter and Robbie Tinkler. Here they are. Two players with the club 4 years ago. They both had a stint away, but they've come back and they're champions now.
I'm loving this. Followed by Elliot Forbes and Macaulay Langstaff.
Well, Elliot Forbes comes out and Macaulay Langstaff. Macaulay Langstaff, the league's leading goal scorer. What a season he's had. And it's really, really great stuff to see Elliot Forbes out there as well. Had an injury-hampered season. I'm sure we'll see more of him, but Philip Marshall and Paul Blackett come out to receive their medals now. The big man on loan from Aston Villa came in halfway through the season. Paul Blackett scoring double figures this year. But Adam Campbell and Dan Ward come out to a great reception. So they're going to get their medals now, as they nearly walked the wrong direction.
Conor Malley and Kedwin Scott.
Conor Malley and Kedwin Scott come out to receive theirs. Kedwin Scott will come runner-up in the goal-scoring charts here at Gateshead this season. And Conor Malley came in
And Matty Jacob and Lewis Story.
from Middlesbrough and done really well in his appearances. Matty Jacob and Connor Panny come onto the pitch now to receive their medals. Matty Jacob on loan from Hull this season. Connor Panny, a product of the youth system here at Gateshead. They receive their medals and hugs. James Montgomery and Lewis Story come out to receive theirs. Lewis Story, what a time he's had. This time last year he won the FA Balls with Heaven Town, and now he's going into the National League champion with Gateshead. Taylor Charters and Owen Bailey come out. Owen Bailey had a treacherous time, a terrible time with injuries during the end of his time at Newcastle United, but he's come here, his first season in men's football, and he's with champion. Taylor Charters on loan from Carlisle, he's given it all, and he's picking up a champion's medal here today as Carl Magny and Ryan Womble come out as well. Carl Magny, of course, one of the Wembley heroes, returned to the club this season, scored on Monday against Chorley to help secure that champions
Thank you, every single player
status.
We also have staff medals to give out today.
And now,
first, Ian Watson and Chris Bell.
Ian Watson and Chris Bell come out. Assistant manager and coach and physio Chris Bell. What a part they've played this season. As they go over now to pick up their medals.
And we have Ben Clark and Mike Williamson.
Two heroes come out now to pick up their medals. Ben Clark comes out up front. He wants Mike Williamson to get his by himself. He gets the medal as well for being part of the coaching staff. But here comes Mike Williamson, player manager. Absolute hero here now on Tyneside, both sides of the river. But what he's done here at Gateshead has been nothing short of a miracle. But there's been a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, time spent crafting this side, moulding this side. He got the players he wanted to do what he wanted here, and they've done it in style. And out comes the captain now, Greg Ollie. A magnificent season, 28 assists, I think it might be 29. What a performance from Greg Ollie. He was made captain earlier this year. The players are chanting his name here. He's coming over to get his medal, and then he will go over to lift that trophy. While he receives his medal. Well, Ollie goes over now. Gets his hands on the trophy. He's about to lift it up. And here we are. Get to the champions! The champagne bottles have opened. They're spraying all over. Greg Ollie dances with the trophy. Aloft in the air. What a season. What a club. What a bunch of players. Well, every player's going to get their hands on it now. And up it goes again. And so do the cheers. On that note, everybody, we're going to join in the celebrations ourselves. And we will be signing off. And thank you very much to everyone that's joined us. And we will be back on Thursday for the Heat Army podcast. Hopefully we'll have some players on and continue the celebrations. Till then, thank you and goodbye.